Hello. How are we? Hope we're well. Welcome along. It's Monday, the start of another week. It's already felt like a long one. I don't know about you guys. It's already felt like a long week. I'm sure it'll be fine, though. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's only Monday. What can possibly go wrong at this point? Don't say that too loud, Tony. Don't ask those questions. We don't need those sorts of questions answering just yet. What we do need to do is address the fact that we're still at Oxford. We're still doing fine. We're still only 2 points off the playoffs. That's right, folks. We're only 2 points off the playoffs. We were a little bit doom and gloom at some point last night, and I don't really understand why. Now that I've looked at it properly, it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be, because yes, we've lost 5 games. Granted, we have lost 5 games. But then again, so have Tranmere and Exeter and Fleetwood and Stockport, who are just above us, have all lost 6 games. And, that's fine. So here we are, 23 points. Tranmere have got 25, so that's 2 points away from the playoffs. So that's not too shabby right now. We're expected to finish mid-table, and that's kind of where we are. We're 11th out of 24. So unless we were 12th, that would be bang on mid-table. So we're doing fine. We're doing absolutely fine. Let's ignore the fact that, the board have dropped a little bit to a B- now, and the fans are on a C+. But apart from that, let's ignore that. Yes, we've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, not a problem, but we are still in the FA Cup. Fantastic. We're in the second round of the FA Cup. We are still in the Papa Johns as well. So, things are going fine. Contracts up at the end of the season. There's no problems. There's no problems. Am I convincing myself here? I don't know why, but for some reason, I think last night it just got a little bit like, oh, is things going wrong? Are things going badly? And they're not really, to be honest. But I managed to convince myself that I think they were. And I don't know, this game, it just gets you a little bit, doesn't it? It just makes you feel a little bit paranoid sometimes when you're used to winning. And we won, for two seasons in a row. We were winning lots and lots of games with Oxford. And then, of course, we come to League Two, and it's a different beast, isn't it? It's a different beast. Hello, Leo the Scot. How are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Of course, LH12 Racing in as well. Hope you're good. Yes, we will get some water before we get started. Just chugged a coffee, so apologies if I sound a tiny bit gravelly. Evening 8:15 as well. Welcome in. Orion. Just a lovely message there. Caught the streams, really enjoying them. Rarely commenting here. Just saying hi and thanks for the efforts. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Orion. And you know what? The efforts. Effort is what we're doing. We are putting effort in. We're at least trying to do as best we can in this British Steel Challenge. Hello, Fat Nige. Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. And of course, Honey Badger's here as well, who we love. We love dearly, Honey Badger. So do go, make sure you go and drop a follow on them. And of course, my man Razio's in, also talking Super Bowl now. I'm going to level with you. I haven't seen it yet. We were all set to watch it last night. Of course, the whole plan was I was going to go out with my mates, and we we're going to have like this lovely time. And we're going to watch the Super Bowl, but of course we've got chicken pox in the house, so we couldn't do that. So we streamed last night. We had a lovely time, and then we thought, right, we're going to wrap the stream up. We're going to go downstairs and get the Super Bowl on, but didn't happen. I was just like, oh God, I'm tired. Like, okay, fine, we're going to sleep. Johnny D, hello pal, welcome in. Nice to see you. I have seen the result, of course, because it's impossible to not see the results. Those sorts of stuff, but it seemed like it was a good one. Which we were expecting. We were expecting a good game. We were expecting a close game, and it appears as though we got it last night. So, if anyone has started watching NFL for the first time, saw it last night, hope you enjoyed it. Hope that was your introduction into our world. I say our world as if we're sort of like gatekeepers, and we're not, but. If you were watching it before, and it's the first time you've seen it, then hopefully that's the sort of thing that's whet your appetite to be like, oh, you know what, this shit's all right. Because, it absolutely is. What's my corner defense routine? What, my attacking corners or my defensive corners, Leo? Because we obviously have 2 different setups, which, of course, is not a surprise for anybody, to be honest. This is how we do them. So our corners are set up like this. So this is kind of how we defend our corners. We've taken players off the post now. We had a bit of a discussion about this, and we decided to not bother doing corner, doing the posts anymore. So we've just got zonal across the middle here, across the 6-yard box, and then everyone else just marks big lads. Yeah. So try and not get the big players, and then we've got this guy here who's not particularly great at jumping. He's there. Then I want someone on the edge of the area who's got a little bit of anticipation. Ideally, I want to get them getting the ball forward, up to quick players, and then just let them do all the running and get loose, because that's what we need to be doing, and breaking quickly. And then when we're attacking, we've got a mixture. So we kind of have a couple of near posters here. We've got someone marking the goalkeeper. We've got some guys on the edge of the area, and then we've got a couple of players back as well. Sometimes I commit another player back, and I like a little bit more defensive solidity, a little bit. So I'm good with that. Maybe put someone like Mordner possibly on the edge of the area as well, so we can maybe do that as well. But yeah, we sort of have a bit of a mixture, but most of our players are pretty big, so we have players just floating around, and then they're happy to sort of be involved if needs be, to be honest. So that's kind of what we do. Evening McFly Show. Hello pal, how are you? Welcome in. Hope life is treating you good. Have you seen we tweeted out your the intro video? Just seen McFly Show did us a little intro video for the save, and I've tweeted out tonight. So as a bit of I'm updating my graphics card, so jump on and have a watch first of all. So it's there, it's up on Twitter. I'll try and work out how to put it in here as well, and we can have a watch of it together. So we'll see how we get on. Craig, welcome in, Craig. Hope you're well. Nice to see you as well. Hope life is treating you good. Hope the little one's good as well. So Hurts couldn't really do anything more. Any other year he's the player of the match. Yeah, well, that's the way that it is, isn't it? I suppose you get to the Super Bowl, and it's those small margins make all the difference, don't they? So that's where we're at. But for a rookie quarterback, he certainly won't complain where he's got, has he? So he'll be happy with what he's done. And you know what? The Eagles will come back stronger. The Chiefs will come back stronger, obviously, as well, and the league will come back stronger next year. So it just means we've got so much time still to wait till next season in NFL. That's the frustrating thing. There's so much time between the Super Bowl and the start of the next regular season. So yeah, long time to wait. Chesterfield versus Oxford. That's what we're doing tonight. This is our first game. Chesterfield, of course, as you can see, McFly Shaw's local team. As you can see, they're currently sat 4th. So, or at least going up to 4th. So we're probably not expected to win. Good ball inside for Paley though. Oh, just pulls it wide. Eagles have got a really good draft pick this year as well. They're going to be dangerous. They might well be. That's the thing. It's all about keeping a hold of what you got, isn't it? And then adding to it. Because they should be in a good position, you'd think. They've done well to get to where they are. So, let's see just how they get on, My local team isn't in FM. Okay. Who's your local team then, Leo? So they'll probably be in Moz's non-league database, I'm guessing. Because Moz does the Highlands and Lowlands leagues. So you can definitely get that as an add-on. It's not obviously they're not a licensed team straight out the box. I mean, the town I'm from originally aren't in the game either, but they are in edited databases that go all the way down to tier 10. So Bowness, I've been to Bowness, it's beautiful. It's lovely up there. So corner kick coming in now. Head away. Blakey whips it back in. Ball with the header off the crossbar. Mordner can't quite get it away. See what I mean about extra players being back as well in defence there. As a Vikings fan, I was upsetting seeing how just far we are from the best teams in the league. But I mean, I get that, Johnny. But then again, look at the Jags fans. Like, look how many seasons they've been miles away. They've been like the absolute whipping boys. And then this season, a guru! What a strike that is! And all of a sudden, this season, they look fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, they've got so close. Granted, it's taken them all those years to get themselves built in, but eventually it all works. That's the beauty of the NFL, isn't it? It's not built overnight. But yeah, it does take a while. But eventually you get there. Eventually. Let's see, we've got to try and work out what happens with the 49ers next year as well. So, on paper, we don't really need to touch anything. I guess we have to work out who leaves. We've got a choice of quarterbacks, really. We've got Trey Lance, we've got Purdy, we've got still got Jimmy G. No one's going to take him, let's face it. We could do with just dumping him off the roster, save the salary cap, and then you know that he's going to go somewhere and be uninjured all season and be amazing. Because that's just how American football works. That's just how sport works. But I think that we could do. To be fair, we could do a lot worse than dumping off Jimmy and getting someone like. I'm not going to say we should get Derek Carr in, but if he's on free agency, we could do a lot worse than that. I'm definitely not saying that Carr is a starter. Carr would absolutely be a backup. Whether he comes as a backup or not, I don't know. Oh. Question is, do we need a backup? Do we know who our first choice is? I think they're going to give it to, and they're probably going to give it to Purdy from what they're saying, based on how he performed towards the back end of the season, just picking things up and going with it. So he deserves his chance. Let's just do a little bit of substituting. Get ourselves some fresh legs on there. Paley's not having a great time, to be honest, in that advanced playmaker role, so let's switch him out for Duffy as well. Purdy will be the 49ers quarterback next year, provided surgery goes well. But let's see. We're putting a lot on that, really, aren't we? We're hoping that the surgery goes well, because, again, have we got ourselves into a Jimmy G situation where we're relying on our quarterback coming back from surgery? Like, it doesn't tend to work well for us. Trey Lance has broke his ankle. I think Jimmy G's done exactly the same. Apologies for that, Leo. Yeah, it's obviously it's been the big moment in the NFL calendar, the Super Bowl last night, so we have to have a little bit of a catch up on it, to be honest. Alligator says, went to bed at half time, I was tired and didn't think Mahomes would return. Bit wrong on that front. Yeah, Mahomes is like, he's alright, that guy, isn't he? Danny Emu, if it helps, I haven't seen the Super Bowl before, you know. And what did you think of it though, Danny Emu? Did you enjoy it? That first experience. Johnny, you've won much more recently than we have. Haven't even been in the Super Bowl since the 70s. But again, swings and roundabouts with this sport, innit? You'll get your day eventually. That's how it works. It's a bit like football, isn't it? You know, Johnny D, the Vikings of the NFL Spurs, always fail to get a trophy. Yeah, it's a fair one, that one. I gotta say, I'm not for football fan banter, but yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's a little bit of crossover there. So good result for us against Chesterfield there, to be honest. Take that. Nice start to the stream. Moves us up to 9th. Moves us a point from playoffs now. I mean, we've got 107 games, I think it is, in this league calendar. So we've played 17. What's the rules? It's a 46 game season, so we've still got 30 games. We've got 29 games left. We're not even halfway through. You know, it's a long season. But of course, we do still have the possibility of playing for the Papa John's Pizza Cup, which I understand is part of like a challenge that SI are doing. Is that right? They're doing some sort of Papa John's challenge, which, let's face it, it's just the Tony Jameson Cup. So how do I win that is the big question. Presumably I win it with Oxford. Is that what we're doing? And so we can win that. And obviously if we can get promoted as well, that'll be super good. That'll be great. And then that means we can sort of like start to look around and be like, okay, can we do League One? You know, are we going to sort of push with Oxford? Because as we've said time and time again, and apologies, this is more for the people who are new in the stream tonight. If you are new, welcome in, by the way. We are doing the British Steel Challenge. The plan being, we want to try and win every single challenge, every single trophy, in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. You'd think by now, the amount of streams I've done this, I'd be able to like rattle it off, but no, not at all. The plan is to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And so far, we are Ta-da! This is what we've done so far. 7 trophies out of 35. Most of our trophies came in Northern Ireland so far, to be honest. We had five seasons in Northern Ireland, 6 seasons in Northern Ireland, I think it was, sorry. So, there you go, we've won that. So we won the Northern Irish Premiership, Division 3, and then 3 of the Cups. We've won the Vanarama National League and the FA Trophy since coming to England. Currently knocked out the Carabao Cup, that's why that's in red, and then the games in the Cups in yellow. That's what we can compete for this season still. Hello, One Club Champ. Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're nice and well. Hope life is treating you good. Pleasure to have you in here. Who have we got in the FA Cup? We have got Oldham away. And they've, of course, been relegated to National League. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, that means we can get into the third round again. So that'll be 2 seasons back-to-back in the third round of the FA Cup. That'll be fantastic. Plus, we've got the Crystal Palace under-21s, under-23s, I think it is, in the Papa John's coming up. So that's in the second round there. So, yeah, hopefully we can... A bit of a cup double-header there, back-to-back. So hopefully we can get a couple of good results and try and move ourselves through. Rochdale and then Doncaster, that's the games we've got coming up now. So we need some big wins here. 24th in the league, bottom of the table Rochdale, second bottom Doncaster, followed by 6th place Exeter. So yeah, let's get a little bit of daylight, I reckon. Forest Green have just sacked Ainsworth. Where are Forest Green? Just curious. Peterborough jobs available. Forest Green are in League 2, so they're in our division. Now, they're not really a step up above us at the minute, are they? They're in 17th. They're not looking like they're going to be a team that we can overtake. I feel like we've already overtaken them, I'm afraid, so we don't want to be doing that. TNS, however, is available in Wales, so we're not looking to jump ship, though, but we are looking around a little bit. Sutton are up into League 1. Well done, Sutton. Of course, they do look like they're coming back down at this point. Bristol Rovers are struggling as well. I am focusing on the job at hand, Dan, exactly. I got mildly distracted, but that's not to say that I will be distracted fully. We've said for the last couple of streams that the plan with Oxford is we have to keep going, and then the question will be, what happens if we get knocked out of the Papa John's Trophy? And if we are off the pace in the league. If we're not off the pace in the league, then of course we stay the course. Try this season. We need to try and get our hands at winning something. That's obviously it's kind of how we have to do it, really, isn't it? It's the whole point of this save. It's not just necessarily about building these long-term visions with the club. If you can do it, fantastic. But ultimately, we have to win things. So there will be moments where we do have to start moving clubs around, and as you've seen already, we have jumped ship a couple of times, so it's just one of those. No worries, champ. Like I say, it was one of those things. Like I clocked it this morning. I saw you post it after a lot in the morning, so it's not an issue. But it's just one of those things where if I let it go, then there's 1,000 other people be sat there going, oh, but I'll sneak one in, or I'll try whatever. We used to have a self-promote area in the Discord, but it just got full of, and I'm not suggesting you're going to be doing this, but it just got full of people who didn't add anything to Discord, and all they did was turn up and just pop their links in. That was it. And I was like, I don't really want that sort of place. And there's plenty of Discords around where you can do that. And there's plenty of Discords where I just think, you know what? Again, it's like I always say, give more than you take. You know what I mean? That's the way to do it. And I think we've got some good people in here who will definitely seek stuff out anyway. So, if you're the sort of person that people like, then they'll absolutely be straight involved anyway. So it's not a problem for you. But yeah, as I say, it was just one of those things. I saw it this morning. I was like, you know what? I'll just quickly whip it out before anyone else sees it and just move it around. So, But yeah, absolutely no offence taken, and certainly not sitting there going, oh God, I can't believe you've done that. It was just like, all right, not a problem. We'll sort it. Darvel's having a good run. What's the Darvel Falkirk score? Down to 10 men. Yeah, a mate of mine who's one of the coaches there, so they're doing very well indeed. Let's give Duffers a run out as well, shall we? 5-1. Oh. 4-1 Falkirk. 5-1 Falkirk now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey, as you say, they did a decent run. You know, the money they brought in, they wouldn't be expecting any of that, so. But, yeah, go down and get their stuff done. Be kind, be friendly, be active, keep things simple, do for the simple things to do for Discords. Yep. 100% McFly Show. 100%. And that's the thing, like there's plenty of sort of people who sort of like make stuff up for self-promotion areas, and you need to. I understand you need to do it. We've all been there. I got told off once when I first started creation. I didn't know any better. I had no idea at all, and I started posting a whole lot of things and then got told off, and I was just like, oh yeah, I didn't understand. Because I'm not technical and that sort of thing, so I was just like, oh okay, so but it's fine. Oh, hang on. McCartan's through, over the top. Singleton gets the block on it. We have to drop a little smidge, don't we? Oh, beating Aberdeen was ridiculous, you know what I mean? There was no way that they were expecting to do that. But then when you listen to the sort of the pre-match chat from the manager, you sort of go, yeah, they were always going to do that. Like, I'd run through walls for that guy. Like, he got me excited. He got me sort of like fired up, and I'm just watching through a TV screen. Evening, Dill. How are you, buddy? Pleasure to have you in. Hope life is good in your world as well. And we'll shout Dill out. We'll shout the One Club champ out as well. Do drop these people a follow, by the way, if we shout them out, because they're good streamers. We like them a lot. They're our kind of people. We've shouted the Badger out as well. And the good thing is, I know that you do follow them, because I get messages saying, you know what, your guys actually did follow us. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Aberdeen manager got an absolute roasting, didn't he? I think we need to do something a little bit better here, because this is not really going as planned. Let's launch it under a bit of pressure. Speed the game up as well a bit. We've already moved up to positive, rather being a little bit slower. Stevie Hamill sat by Motherwell. Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? Or was it? I don't know. So I like Motherwell. Motherwell doing a load of good stuff off the field. Morden puts it in. Duffy takes it down. That wasn't weird at all. Okay, so it's fairly expected then. Form was awful. Got ya. Might have to go two up top, I reckon. Maguire, what a shot that is. Great effort. Full time, 5-1 Falkirk. Fair play, Darvel. He gave it a crack. At least the money they've generated is going to, like, sort of, you know, it's going to keep them going for another couple of seasons at least, isn't it? You know. We'll go 4-2-4 at this point, I think. Try and force the issue a bit. Duffy with a decent effort, just over the top there. I'm going to keep it as we're a bit more direct, a bit more pacier as well. Because I don't think they're particularly keen on getting involved in some of that. Darvel have more possession. It's all about what you do with the ball, isn't it? That's the problem. You know, you can have possession all day, but if you're not going to do anything with it, then you got issues. Let's put Martin Lintos. Probably not worth bringing on just yet because Thorne's having a good game. Paley for Bourne, I reckon. Let's do that. Darvel, 3 shots, 1 on target. Called match between Rangers and Partick over here on ESPN Plus. Might have to run a save with Partick. They shot me. Partick are a good little club. But they've sacked their manager as well, haven't they? So, it is the season. It is the season for sacking, sadly. But as we found out last night, Neil Warnock's back. So, there you go, that's the thing. Paley nods it down. There's Duffy! Gets the first goal of the season. Nice finish. Oh, look at that, Dave Gudger's in the chat, doing the TJ arms rather than the spinning Dave Gudger's. Welcome in, Dave. Give yourself a little follow there. Give yourself a shout. New silent celebration. Yes, mate. Yeah, tidied them up a little bit. Look all right, don't they? A bit cleaner. Hope you're well, there, buddy. Hope life's treating you good. This moves us up in the 6th now. Let's look at this. We're now only 5 points away from automatic promotion at this point. We were 2 points away from the playoffs 2 games ago. We want to talk about not getting ourselves carried away. Thorne, Mordner. Oh, what a great goal! Lovely cross by Mordner. I'm looking at him. 6.4. You can't see him just behind my head. He's on a 6.4. Mordner's already going to come off the Darryl Straub in a second. Well, this is what we want. Thorne, ball across the back post. Mordner, 1 touch, pulls it back, and a Guru, lovely header. You know what? Let's get Darryl Straub on at this point now, I think. Just having an offline draft tinker trying to get a formation that at least almost clicks. Just Dave, you just play the game, just play the football how it looks like on the pitch. That's how you need to do it. There's no formation that works in draft mode. There's no formation that works all the time. There's no meta this year. I don't think there's a meta in draft mode. 3 big strikers doesn't work. It's all about pace now. You've got a bit of pace and then you're alright. You can't play into gaps like you used to do last year and just play asymmetric for no reason. Asymmetric for no reason doesn't work. Asymmetric with thought process works. Strikerless could work, but it depends upon what formation your opposition's playing. If your opposition's playing low block, strikerless isn't going to work because there's going to be too much space to play into, you know. And I think people are now testing low blocks in online. So that's what I'm seeing anyway. Yeah, strikerless can work, but it's like if you're playing against a low block, then strikerless is going to be really ineffective because there's no space for you to run in behind, and that's why strikerless works. It's all about exploiting the space of a high line. You know, and getting in behind those gaps. But if someone's sitting deep, then strikerless is just not the option. It's just not the option. And the problem with people who play strikerless formations is they have strikerless formation in their head and go, I'm playing strikerless, rather than looking at what's in front of them and going, okay, strikerless isn't going to work. Now it's time to go for what is plan B or plan C. So that's where it needs to be, you know. And it's just being able to be flexible and to adapt. That's what you need to be able to do. Excuse me. Over the top, Aguero. Oh, should have finished it. Should have finished that. the interesting thing is, like, for me, when I did the Super League, I went with a 3 at the back system, and I don't normally play 3 at the back system. I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and see if it works, because I've been using it in the Sheffield Wednesday save for the Athletic, and I was like, seems to work fine. It seems to work fine. And then I switched to a sort of 4-4-2. I think it wasn't really a. I didn't use the 4-4-2 that I've been using over the last couple of FMs, which is slightly offset. I've not really used that per se, but that'll work this year as well. It just needs to, with the right, with the right sort of players, that'll still be fine. And then I've tweaked a formation I used odd last year as well, and that'll also work, I think. So yeah, we're in there. We've got a couple of plans for PvP stuff. So we shall see. It's just good because obviously I'm not meant to be any good at the game, but I'm already sort of working out, going, I know what I can do for PvP. Should be fine. Year on, who did the best last season, and which player should step up this year? So we'll pull all that information up actually a little bit, when this game finishes, because we kind of rolled out luck in the last few minutes, I think, here against Rochdale. They had a couple of chances, and maybe 2-0 sort of flatters us a little bit. Take the victory. Because the thing is, now we've moved ourselves into a pretty solid position, up into 5th. Where's all that doom and gloom talk from yesterday gone? Gone. Long gone now. 4 weeks for Mehmet out on loan. He's not having a great time out on loan, is he? To be honest, he's not been playing particularly well. He's been played out of position, and now he's injured. So I don't think he'll be particularly happy about Dulwich Hamlet going forward. So this is what we've got. So this is obviously last season's formation-ish. We've changed Duffy into an AP rather than a shadow striker, which we sometimes alternate around. Guru's now gone from a poacher to an advanced forward. Have we heard of Tillman? Who's Tillman? Leo, give me a bit more on who Tillman is. And players that have stayed from last season. So Gilchrist is obviously still here from last season. Thorne is still here from last season. Blakey's still here from last season. Hackney and Maguire still in the midfield. Morden is still playing out on left wing. Duffy is probably not played as much this season. He's only played 6 games. Aguero, of course, is leading the line. 17 goals so far this season already. Players we brought in, players like Daryl Paley has come in. He's pretty decent, I think, to be honest. He's earning a lot of money, so he's going to have to be good for us. He's playing well, 7.34 average rating so far. Came in from Carlisle, scored 4 goals, 6 assists in 16 appearances. Blenkinsopper's come in from Stoke. He's a big lad, 6'5". Wide target man, I think, possibly. Finish is not great, but look at that dribbling, 14. Acceleration, 14. Jumping reach, 15. So he could be a bit handy. Tillman's on loan from Bayern to Rangers. No, not heard of him, Leo. I must admit, my allegiance in Scotland is not Rangers. It'll be Celtic. So I haven't really been paying much attention to ingoings and outgoings at Rangers. But is he any good? What sort of position does he play? Because there was a couple of Scottish lads went across to Bayern a few years ago, wasn't there? And I'm not sure whether they stayed or whatever. Bring back Rogie. I would love to bring Rogie back, but Hearts are playing a little bit hard to get with that one. They didn't particularly want him to come back, and now they're not even playing him, so I wonder whether or not. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Let's go for it anyway, just in case. Hello, Rogie. Welcome in. Speaking, he shall appear. We've also brought Charlie Lennon in. He's still out for a couple of months. We've brought in as well. Brought Sonny Perkins in, who looks like a great player, but unfortunately, he's broke his leg. So that's a bit of a problem, to be honest. 3D Crafted, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. It's very kind indeed. Tillman is banned from this chat until he grows up. There you go. See, something must have happened. Liam Morrison and Barry Hepburn went from Celtic to Bayern. But they were about 14, 15, is that right? Or am I thinking of someone different? Possibly. Bear Hill, appreciate the follow, very kind. Welcome in, hope you're good. I'm sure there's a couple of youngsters, wasn't there, that had gone over. Hello, Wilco. How are you? Welcome. Look at us now. Look at us currently sat 5th. Currently sat 5th in the league. Gone from ooh, everything's going bad to, oh, you know what? We're not actually that far off the title. It's amazing how quickly my brain can shift, isn't it? You know? So here's where we are. At one point, look at that. At one point, down there, 22nd, then up to 9th, and we were 18th, and then we slipped back down to 13th. But then look at this upward trajectory here, up to 5th. Oh, away we go. Yes, Sir Dixie, you believed. Absolutely. We all believed, really. There was only really me, to be honest, who didn't believe. And sometimes I just need to believe, you know? That's the thing. Rogie and Hearts, it's Hearts are the issues, Rogie, not you, of course. You'd obviously love to come back, but Hearts are having none of it at this point. Vervit, what is the British Steel Challenge? The British Steel Challenge is 35 trophies. We have to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And at the minute, we have won 7 out of those 35 trophies. So we're getting there slowly. We're in season 9, so what? That's 7 trophies in 8 seasons. That's still decent, isn't it? When you think about it, when you put it out like that, that's pretty good. Most clubs will be happy with 7 trophies in 8 seasons. Yeah. So we've got Donny next, then we've got Exeter, then we've got our first of our 2 back-to-back cup games, which of course the whole point of this save is winning trophies. So obviously we would love to be able to have like a one club save and follow people through, but we'll you know, if we have to move to get trophies, we have to move. McFly Show, yeah, see, some talent McFly Show, that's what I said when you did your intro video. Oh, you know, no talent. I was like, how dare you? Very dare. How do I get it on here, by the way? How do I show it on here? I don't know if it's meant to be like is it a source or something? Possibly. I've put it in the Twitter, by the way, so if you can have a look at it in the here we go. Let's copy the link. Have a look there in the chat. There you go. That's it there. And hello to Salty B. Welcome in, of course, to our main man Salty B. How are you, pal? Welcome. How is life all around the world? Are you having a lovely time? Have you done a TikTok today? If you're not following Salty, by the way, make sure you do follow Salty, because he is a top streamer and wonderful human being as well. Parnell Players, welcome. Loving those cat emojis. Emotes. Fucking emojis. Who am I? And what am I saying? Duck God of Quack as well. Shaky dogs, shaky cats. Oh, it's like a terrified petting zoo in here. Dancing Barbara. There you go. I've seen Dancing Barbara on the internet. Very, very different. Very different. She does the cha-cha, I believe. Is throwing allowed? If you go for a promotion via playoffs, do you throw the playoffs? Do you play one more time with the team? I mean, well, the thing is, Verbit, you get the trophy for the playoffs. So if you win the playoffs, then you still get that trophy. So you don't have to get. So say, for example, there's like 3. So in League 2, you got three automatic promotion spots. Then you got the playoffs. If we finish 3rd, we still get that classed as winning a trophy for being promoted, because it would be unfair for us to get 3rd and then get promoted and then still have to come back down to the division in order to win the league again. So that's not really how you could do it. But if, how I understand, you're suggesting you get to the playoff final, you quite like managing that team and want to win the title again rather than going up by the playoffs, you could throw it. You could. I don't know why you would, but you could. It's not a trophy then. I mean, well, if you win the playoffs is a trophy. The playoffs is a trophy. You get a trophy for winning the playoffs, right? I didn't make the challenge, by the way. So I'm not a massive stickler for the semantics. It's like someone else came up with it, not me. So I'm just taking part in it. I'm just taking part. I don't have a physical trophy cabinet, to sit behind me, and we can sort of go with all these things here, So this is, we've got what we've got. We've won the playoffs in Ireland. Parnell players, the challenge is very simple. Well, I thought it was very simple. Parnell, the challenge is to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Okay, here's where we currently are. Right, here's where we currently are. This is what we have to play for in the entire save, if that makes it any better to understand or to verbalise. Right, this is what we're playing for. So far we've won the Northern Irish Premiership. Okay, we won the playoffs in the Northern Irish Third Division. There's another trophy. We won 3 cup trophies in Northern Ireland. There's 3 more trophies. That's 5 trophies. We won the Vanarama National League. That's 6 trophies. We won the FA Trophy. That's 7 trophies. We've not really had to worry about automatic promotion spots at this point. Anything in yellow is what we can still compete for this season, and then anything in red is where we've been knocked out of this season, and therefore we can't compete for that. Does that make sense? Cymru spelt wrong. What have I done? How have I spelled Cymru wrong? Where? Right, okay. So right. Am I allowed to play my dyslexia card at any point? And as Rogie says, I think this is about stream 55 or something, 56 of this like sort of challenge, and none of us have noticed that. Thank you. I'm going to update that right now. Sorry. Apologies for anyone if I've offended any of our Welsh friends. That's certainly not the intention. Let's update this very quickly. I can't believe we've not spotted that. Genuinely. Right, let's update it quickly. Hang on. Roll it back and take the Swansea job. I can't take the Swansea University job just yet. We will at some point. We're going to have to at some point. Right. There. Is that better? Is that spelt right now? Let's have a look. I'm gonna go and compare it to how we've got it spelled. Yes, we have it right. We've got it right. There you go. We have it right. Thank you very much. Parnell, appreciate the sub as well, by the way. Very kind. Thank you for that. Also, Vervit as well with the follow, and Pernell with the follow as well. 31 needs a space bar. Really? 31 has a space bar. 31 has a space bar. It's just it's not quite as neatly lined up as the 30-0. So it has a space in there. Yeah. Whilst I'm drinking beer here, lovely Czech beer. Shout out to Jakub Jankno. Exactly, 100% agree. Big up Jakub. Yeah, massive moment for football. And as Rogie and I have said in the Discord already, it feels a little bit like the curtain's coming down, and we're seeing this change right before our very eyes, and it's cool as fuck. So massive big up to Jakub, and hopefully that inspires some more players to come out and to sort of be comfortable in their surroundings. And you know what, just show them nothing but love as well. Like, class, absolutely class. Seeing these people finally go like, you know what, this is me, this is who I am. I'm not hiding behind it anymore. Here I am, and great, and to do it as well in nations where, you know, that sort of thing is probably still not really sort of as progressive on the terraces as we'd like. I know we're not particularly. We've still got a way to go, obviously, in our country as well. I just think it's even more brave. It's just mint to see, and especially after all the shite that's gone on with the World Cup as well, you know. And then to finally be like, you know what? Nah, here we are. Yeah, good on him. Good on him. Big up, Jakob. McFly Shaw's off to the gym. No worries, McFly Shaw. You go and get yourself all prepped for tomorrow. Go and get them weights lifted. That's what we want to do. I thought the video was pretty good. I did as well, actually. I thought it was very, very good. We're starting to see it's starting to happen. That movement is there, you know what I mean? Like the club statement was, no further comment, no further questions. You have our support. Live your life, Jakob. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, that's all it should be, isn't it? Just, yeah, this is who he is. That's what he wants to do. Cool. It's great. Sparta's English Twitter account just being the open lyrics to Nothing Else Matters was a little bit confusing. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if some things get lost in translation or not. Oh, no. 2 seconds. I forgot to pause the game, didn't I? Oh, look at that, we're winning. Oh, almost 2-0. Almost 2-0. Yeah, I've just come back. I don't think now's the time to start that, to be honest. I think we should just park that, and we're not getting into it. What we can do is we can look at the fact that Oxford are beating Doncaster. That's good, yeah. It's brilliant. Hackney, Mordner. Hackney, Maguire. Moves it around. Thorne floats it in. Aguero straight at the keeper. 7 points off the automatics. Look at this. Tony ball in full flight here. Should think about this. Don't want to get carried away by HMS pissed the league and set sail. I'm not sure about that. I think it could well be, couldn't it? Maybe we are finally getting our groove on. More than offside, I think. We're just getting a bit of momentum, aren't we, Matt? That's how it works. You know, get ourselves in, get ourselves moving. Let's not start chatting about instances that may or may not have happened. You know, do that on your own time, everyone. Thank you, Rogie. Mod extraordinaire, keeping everything all tied up nicely. Aguero over the top. So, Morden has gone up to a 7 now. Bourne's on a 6'8". Swarby's on a 6'5", so then again, he's only young and he's just getting himself some first team football, so we're not hugely concerned at this point. Thorne. He could have whipped that in there, couldn't he? Oh, that's a horrible tackle. Horrible tackle. You've got to go for that. Winwood, straight red. Absolutely. Objects in the rearview mirror are closer than they appear. League One. Yes, I think we are. I think we're nudging on, aren't we? Don't go telling me that, though. Because that means we've got like a bottle potential coming out. Just waiting for a check save and FM. Bohemians. They're the ones. Are they the ones with the? I want to say with like the kangaroo. It is a kangaroo. Yes. I was trying to think. I'm sure they've got like a random animal, and it was like a kangaroo. They were given a kangaroo, weren't they? For by the Australians for the zoo. They're just like, oh, I have a kangaroo, lads. And yes, they are one of the left wingers because they were part of the TJFM morally good adventure we were planning last season. And in the Czech Republic, I'm sure they play in the Czech Republic second division, I think, to be honest. So it's Bohemians are a great shout. And don't worry, Leo, us Scots, we're not 100% convinced about the Czechs from Euros. We all have the same sad memories, unfortunately, of Schick banging in goals left, right and centre. Hello, Rich Owens. How are you? Welcome in. Huge raid, by the way. Appreciate everyone who's just come to stop by. Vander Me in with the follow there. Story gives the big tease. Yes. Sam, hello Sam. How are you? Someone got raided by Zealand. Hey, what about that, Rich? That's all right, isn't it? That's what you want to do. Get a bit of Rich Owens and a bit of Zealand going on. That's 100% what you want. Flex Brent, appreciate it. Welcome in, appreciate the follow. Sisunakri, apologies if I've butchered that, by the way, but welcome in. Also, anyone who's brand new, we are doing British Steel Challenge. The plan being, we've planned to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. We've now spelt all the Welsh leagues correctly. We've won 7 trophies out of a possible 35. We're in season 9. Attalus, appreciate the follow. Rich Owens highlighting, give everyone a follow. Very kind, Rich. And you know what? Likewise as well, my chat. Make sure you follow Rich Owens as well. That'll be incredibly kind of you. Sam is off to sleep. No worries at all, Sam. Pleasure seeing you as always. Story, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. But yeah, welcome in. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays over here. We also have a little cheeky Discord you can come be part of. And we also have the Football Manager Show podcast, which I suggest you absolutely recommend you listen to. Also as well, I'm sure you've already listened to Rich plug in FMT, but we'll do that as well. Don't you worry about raiding and running, mate. Not a trouble at all. Pleasure to have you in. Thank you so much again for the huge raid. Much appreciated. Of course, all my guys, make sure you follow Rich Owens as well if you don't already do so, which I'm sure you probably do, to be honest. Story, been told to utilise my athletic subscription better and listen to the podcasts. I think you should, Story. I think you should. Make sure you get that subscription working. If you are looking for an alternative to get the Athletic cheaper, then I would use the athletic.com/FM pod. That gets you a 12-month subscription for $1.99 a month. I don't plug that as much as I should, actually. I should really be doing that every single time, shouldn't I? Every single stream I should be like, who wants an Athletic subscription? Because I think there's a deal on right now. And while we're shouting out people, shout out RDF for his news as well. Oh, 100%. Yes, 100%. RDF is going to be working with Dinamo Tbilisi. That's... How cool is that? It's genuinely like amazing. We'd interviewed Jakub a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, and he's a Polish scout. Lives in Scotland, Polish scout, and he works for Dinamo Tbilisi. And we got chatting after the record, and then we saw this happening today. I got a text from Aaron just going, "You're not going to believe what's gone on." I'm just like, what? And then there it goes. He gets the news, puts out on Twitter. We're just like, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Athletic subscription deserves a link. Good point, actually, PET Sting. Yes, it does. He is going to be an analyst. So he's basically doing, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but from what I understand, quite similar to what he's doing on YouTube, really, in the fact that his sort of analytical eye is going to be working overtime. So, possibly looking at opponents, maybe, I don't know. Possibly looking at tactics, maybe, I don't know. Just going to write a quick link here for the Athletic. There you go. .com/FM pod. There we go. Look at that. Consummate Pro. We now have an Athletic sponsored link. So, yes, welcome. As I say, if you are brand new, please let me know what your save is as well. By the way, that's very, very kind to do so. We're interested in finding out. Oxford want to discuss a new contract to get us extended. Let's do that. Let's do it. I love it. What a show of unity and stability. Let's get going, shall we? I have not looked at a new job earlier on in this stream, so lock me down, Oxford. We're about to take on Exeter now, who are currently sat in 9th. What trophies are in the bag so far, Van der Mee? So far, we've got these. We have won the Northern Irish Premiership. We have won the playoffs for the Northern Irish 3rd Division. We have won 3 more trophies in Northern Ireland: the County Antrim Shield, the McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup. Not many people can say they've won that. The Euro Electrics Mid-Ulster Cup. And then in England, we've won the Vanarama National and FA Trophy with Oxford. We're currently, of course, these yellow trophies here are what we're going to hopefully win this season. The League 2 title, the Pizza Cup, the Papa John's, and the FA Cup as well. And the one that's in red is the Carabao Cup, unfortunately, because we've already been knocked out of it, so we can't win it. So that's where we are. Question has come in from Leo for Tony in the chat. Best ever player for your club. Best ever player, Kevin Phillips. Super Kevin Phillips at Sunderland. Incredible. Or Julio Arca or Niall Quinn. Maybe Brian Clough, actually. Should really be. I'm going to say a Super Kev. 300 grand he cost. The last, and if you're an England fan, which I'm not, I'm a Scottish fan, but if you're an England fan, the last ever Englishman to win the Golden Boot, the European Golden Boot as well. So I'm a Sunderland fan. Yes, there you go. See? In the back there. That's my hometown. So they're the club. New contract. Currently £1,600 a week. Is that what they're offering us? Little couple of £100. There you go. They've axed Lilt. What? Who's axed Lilt? What? Hang on, when? What? Whoa. Lilt the drink is no more. Is that what you're saying, Rogie? From tomorrow, this is a thing that's been put up here. I mean, they're saying they're going to axe Lilt, and all I'm getting here is pictures of Fanta, pineapple, and grapefruit. What the fuck is this? Absolute. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. Just feel sad. I mean, it's not quite the same, is it? You know, giving us grapefruit Fanta. It's not a thing. United City's right, yeah. 4-day period of mourning for a top quality drink. Yeah. should also shout out the United City as well. I saw a message from him when I was busy ranting about something else. So appreciate you, United City. How are you, buddy? Referee badged at you, fool. Oh, yeah. That'll be it. Having taken over Tony's Winfield save, we ran out to join Oxford. Stayed Linfield to the Union's Champions Cup, the County Antrim Shield. 8 points clear in the league. 11 games left. Yes, that's what we like. What we'll tell the children about Lilt. I mean, to be fair, a lot of what I talk about on this stream feels very much like, you know, trying to explain to our kids. We used to have this drink called Lilt. You know. Could be worse. They could be bringing back one Cal. Pineapple and grapefruit was horrible. We'll tell them Lilt was a magical drink. We will. We'll talk fondly of Lilt. It's gone the way of Panda Pops. It has a bit, hasn't it? What a weird way. What a sad moment that was for the stream. We were all there. Like, we'll sit. You know, we'll reminisce about this in years to come. Very much about, you know, where were you when Michael Jackson died? And we'll now be at the situation going, where were you when you heard that Lilt was no longer a thing? Then you've got to explain to your grandkids going, I was watching this bloke stream Football Manager. Weird moment. Gather round, children, I shall tell you of a magical nectar from the days of my youth. You could do that, Sir Dixie. And I imagine as well, you've got like a proper good, you'd have the proper voice and everything for it. Gather round, children. Now, let me tell you a tale. I feel as though all my players should now be wearing black armbands for the fact that there's no Lilt. It was the totally tropical taste. What are people in the Caribbean going to drink now? Because presumably that's 100% what happens, right? Like, more of a Lilt guy than a Pepsi guy. It goes without saying, Nige. Goes without saying. Who's going to buy a couple of bottles and sell them on in 6 months? The world will go mad for tropical tastes. Like, you've seen what they've done for Prime, you know? Queuing up. Never had Lilt, but you're never going to get the chance now, Dan. It's gone. Unless you can find one tonight at a 24-hour garage. Go and get a can of Lilt. But even then, buy one and then stick one away and sell on eBay in about 10 years and make an absolute fortune. I sold Woolworths. That's how I made my millions. Decent ball at the top. Oh, a decent hit, mind. Just goes wide. Exeter hard. Selling extremely gone off drink. I mean, look, people will buy anything, Dan. You know that. You know, people are queuing up for and fighting over this Prime, you know, which is just a drink. People will buy a gone off drink. 19 goals for the season now. Do you remember when we said he wasn't scoring goals? Do you remember that? Caribbean drunkenness rates skyrocket as people have swapped lilt from lilt to rum. Yeah. I so hope you had a can of lilt there from a Wayne's World moment. Sadly, I've let you down, Rogie. I've let you down yet again. Maguire, Duffy, takes it on, Bourne. Oh, tries to squeeze it through. I need to get me a guru emote done, don't I? Instead tonight I did a TikTok. It took me an hour and a half to do that. Ridiculous. Didn't realise it was meant to take so long. That's what she said. I thought it was only meant to like sort of literally be just a quick snappy thing, but then no, it took ages. Absolutely ages. And in fact, you know what? I'm even gonna show you. I'm gonna put it in the thing, in the chat. So there you go, you can all be like, oh yeah, shit, he really has, hasn't he? Right, there. So if RDF is getting video scouting work off being on the Football Manager Show pod, are you going to announce you're the official stand-up of some obscure 7th Division side? I'm in charge of VAR in the Premier League, Kev. That's what's happening there. I'm the stadium announcer at Royal Tunbridge Wells. Mrs. J, it's going to one of 3 ways. It'll cost a fortune. You'll be able to get 12 cans for £2 in B&M. It'll be unavailable everywhere other than fish and chip shop at seaside resorts. Good point, Mrs. J. What are they going to do? What are they going to replace it with? Matty, hey, welcome in. Appreciate you there. In for the first time, nice to see you. In FM, have you ever had a Man City 2012 moment that wins you the league? Trying to think, have we had some? Oh, Mordner with an exceptional strike. Have we had a moment like that? We had a last game of the season survival with Peterborough, which was our first stream season, first stream series, and it was a big work the space raid, and we had 5 games to save ourselves, and we saved ourselves on the final day. And like people in the chat like looking at the scores that were going around, that was pretty cool. I don't think we've ever had, like, as you put there, Matty's put there, like a 96-minute winner. I don't think we've been lucky enough to get that, but we still had some crazy moments. That day was the moment everything clicked for you as a streamer. 100% Rogie. It was perfect, wasn't it? Like, it was all set up. It just had to be that way. And what a day it was. What a stream that was. Like, you're right, that was the moment where we went, yeah, we can do this. We know how to play this in terms of creating something now. Blakey's gone in there, he's got himself a bit of an injury, so he might have to come off as well, which is a bit concerning because we don't have a left back on the bench. So let's put Lintott out there and do that. What's happening with Man City right now? Nothing, Leo. Nothing's happening with Man City. Nothing's going to happen. They might get a fine. That's about it. I don't think anything's going to happen, really. And I think if anybody imagines it's gonna, then I think they're maybe misguided or more just, I think it's more of a hope thing than anything. Big fan of Rio myself, not always available. I've never tried a Rio, to be honest. You know what, I've also never tried it, and I've also never tried a Rubicon. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe that can be my new drink. iTox, how's the FM Pod Community Challenge going? Slowly, very slowly. Season 2 is tough. Season 1 was tough. Season 2 is tough. I don't know whether Sheffield Wednesday like me, and I don't think that managing with restrictions that I've imposed upon myself is such a great idea. So, obviously, it's my own stupid fault. I should be able. The thing is, right? I should just go, you know what? Forget it. I don't have to do the Yorkshire only, but I've started that way, haven't I? That's the problem. My own stupid fault. Started that way, and then I'll just continue, even though it's really difficult and nigh on impossible to do. Everyone else is having a great time. How are you getting on, by the way, Toxic? I hope you're doing better than I am. I've not been sacked, though. That's the main thing. Rubicon comes in still in fizzy varieties. Does it? Oh, okay. That is interesting. Because sometimes I don't always need fizzy. Sometimes a still's an option for me. Mordner gives the ball away. Well, that's a bad idea. Oh, good save though. Right, Mordner, sorry mate. Not happy with that. Time to come off. I won't rant, but I'm right behind Tony. The league can't even get the changes correct, let alone prove anyone guilty. Yeah, I've got the charges correct, sorry. Yes, 100%. Nothing's happening. Move on. Be a bit upset about it, but that's football, and that's money, sadly. Good ball in. Dixie says that Mega told they've been naughty and definitely shouldn't do it again. And then they've been told they've been very naughty again. Yes, that's essentially where we're at. Nice goal. We should really have defended better there, shouldn't we? Brown's about 6'8". Who's this here? Brown gets caught out. It's a bit flat-footed. Barton just takes the piss a bit, doesn't it? Just, pirouetting there. If Tango gets rid of the apple flavour, I'll riot. Could you imagine? Imagine the scenes if such a thing happened. Did they get rid of Tizer? Should have done better. Oh! What a strike that is. What a hit. There's me going, oh yeah, we've missed the chance here. Duffy, what's he done? Ball comes out to Hackney. Bang. Pick that out the net. What a strike. Favourite nostalgic can of pop. Here we go. Also, well done, Rogie, for calling it pop, because everyone else will be sitting there going, it's not called pop. Who can be charged with FFP breaches 4 years before they invented it? Good question. Good question, Ange. Also, who can be charged with FFP breaches when they have loads and loads of money? Little clubs can. Little clubs get charged. Not clubs who've got huge amounts of money, and might leave to go and form a super league. Those clubs don't get breaches. You know what I mean? They get let to do whatever they want. Everyone knows that. Panda Pop for the win, 100%. Well, R.I.P. Lilt. I quite liked Tizer for a bit, but I think I'm all about the Panda Pop, to be honest. Aguirre. Hackney. Maguire gives the ball away. Although I'll be really angry if Lipton's iced tea goes. That's where I am. Iron Brewers nostalgia pop. I think if it's spelled with B-R-E-W, then maybe that's nostalgia pop. Rogie. Because if otherwise it's just because you can still get it, can't you? I know it's not the exact Iron Brew. You can still get it. Obviously, we've got international visitors in tonight. Let us know your favourite soda. Hackney smashed it over the top. Corona cream soda was the biz. I am a fan. I did like an American cream soda, I must admit, with an ice cream float. Because I'm not a big fan of Coke, you see. I don't like Coca-Cola. It's just something about it. I just don't get the taste. But American cream soda with vanilla ice cream as a float. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Of course you did, you absolute Tory. If you're new to the stream, this happens way more regularly than you expect. If you're new to the stream, 2 streams ago, we suggested that Denise went out and killed Coolio. So, do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, this is actually on brand. This is actually almost in context. Terren, in you come. Appreciate the follow. That's very kind. Bars Red Cola. See, cola cubes, the little sweets, I can eat cola cubes. They're fine because they don't taste like Coke, right? And I can eat cola bottles. They're good. Love a cola bottle. Big fan of them. Hezzy in with a follow as well. Appreciate you also. Give me all the cola bottles in the world. But if you give me a bottle of Coke or a tin of Coke or like a or like it's like a Coke thing, nah, no, not at all. Thank you very much. Not a soda, but can you remember Jack's cider? Yeah, they had a couple of like flavoured ones, I believe. Is that right? I think. Czar over here with a drink where they mix a dark beer with Coke. I don't know how I feel about that. Feel a little bit wheezy, a little bit queasy at that idea, to be honest. Barry's Red Cola. Don't know about Barry's Red Cola, have we? Look at that, Jameson. Manager of the month. I reckon Tony's more of a dandelion and burdock man. Yes, I am. I 100% am. I am indeed. What a fucking Tory I am. Yeah. 100% dandelion and burdock. Yeah, full fucking Tory. It's the worst drink ever. It's not refreshing. It's far from refreshing. But yes, I do love a dandelion and burdock, actually. Barry's Red Cola is the drink. Falcon Hoof is chili on Limmy's. Ah, okay. Got ya. TJFM's 90s night is shaping up massively. Yeah, if you are brand new as well, by the way, on Sunday evening coming up, it's going to be my 2-year Twitchiversary. I think Twitchiversary is the word, isn't it? So we're going to be celebrating with a 90s inspired stream, which was chosen by the chat. So the plan is going to be in the Discord, which we've already pinged the link out, but come and join us in the Discord, right? We've got loads of suggestions in the live chat, in the live stream chat, for 90s playlist songs. We're going to try and get some sort of 90s food, if such a thing exists. We're going to play the 90s Mad Scientist database, so the 98, 99 database. We're going to be in full swing. Probably Italian football, I'd imagine. So come and see that. Maybe we'll do a 90s draft, possibly. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, we're talking 12 hours as well. Mrs. J says I'm allowed to do 12-hour stream. In fact, Mrs. J's encouraging me to do a 12-hour stream to just stay the fuck away all day. So that's what we're going to try and do. The Crystal Maze is a thing. Are we going to play with Sunderland? We might play with Sunderland, Mr. J. We've got to wait and see what the chat want, because obviously 90s Italian football is amazing, but 90s Sunderland is also agricultural. Quinn and Phillips up front. Oh, what a day! Permission has been requested and authorised by house management. There, see, officially allowed out to play, officially. So. There we go. Hello, Barton. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in indeed. Pleasure to see you. Just having a quick little nosy around here. I forgot. Did we just beat Exeter? Was the league, wasn't it? Exeter was in the league. So Crystal Palace under 21s now. Under 23s. Yeah, under 21s. Then Oldham in the FA Cup. So I'm just going to ignore the fact that we've done 4 wins on the bounce. Right? I'm just going to ignore that's a thing. And I'm going to just go, ooh, wasn't that lovely? Northern Pilgrim in with the raid as well. Welcome, Northern Pilgrim. How are you, pal? Nice to have you in, as always. Big shout to you, too. If it's 90s Italia, then the stream intro song can only be one thing. And this is not Boom Boom Cagliarella. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it is Cagliarella. It looks like it's going to be Channel 4 Italian Gazzetta Football theme tune. Absolutely. Has to be. Just the hairs stand up on your neck, don't they? Sadixie, you're going to try and find loads of multi-pack salt and vinegar discos. We've got them in the house. The boys love them. The little one who you just seen like a few minutes ago, the eldest one, Pink discos, prawn cocktail discos are his favourite crisps. They're his favourite crisps. He loves them so much at the minute. He's just like, every single day, pink discos, please. Pink discos, please. Pink discos, please. Like, all right, on you go. In he goes. You all know, you know us so well, youngest Jameson has been consulted and granted daddy time off for good behaviour. I mean, we say he's granted us time off. There will be a lot of moments when youngest Jameson comes in and demands daddy's attention because daddy has had the temerity, that's right, we've used the word temerity, to be in a different room for a few minutes. So yeah, he ain't gonna be happy about that. But yeah, we'll do it and it'll be fun. It'll be great fun actually. Let's do it. Discos are horrible. Disco slander. Barton, watched the first Super Bowl, followed it fairly well. I have one question as I couldn't work it out. Ask the question, Barton. Get in. Controversial moment. Keeney, salt and vinegar crisps, regardless of brand, are horrible. I mean, hey, surely not. Salt and vinegar's the way to go. Like, salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, plain. That's the... Actually, salt and vinegar, plain, cheese and onion. I don't even think I'd be bothered between the other two. Salt and vinegar top. Then beef. So it's beefy Monster Munch, pickled onion Monster Munch. And then, oh no, spicy Monster Munch as well. I know they're not crisps, they're corn snacks. Oh, now we're getting into it, aren't we? Now we're getting into it. Knickknacks. Maybe we do that. Is Mrs. J suggesting some sort of Tory klaxon? Anyone who eats plain crisps might as well not bother. 100%. Like, there's just no point. There is no point. If you eat plain crisps, you don't like food. Like, just... There's just... It's just an insult. It's an absolute insult, isn't it? Like, what sort of crisp do you want? Just plain, thank you. Like, no, you're not getting. I suggest Tony as a Tory emote. I'll work on it. We'll try and work out how we get nice and spicy knickknacks. Are very good. Oh yeah, so we're talking about the catch here. Yes, you have to have 2 feet down when you catch, otherwise it's not a complete pass, unfortunately. Let's go with that. That looks pretty good so far. Funny story, says Cambodia. Never liked salt and vinegar when I was 10. Then when I became a teenager, the only flavoured crisp was salt and vinegar, prawn cocktail and barbecue spare ribs. Barbecue rib flavours. I forgot about them as well. Oh God, I've turned into Peter Kay, haven't I? Oh, I tell you what crisps I've forgotten. What a night we're having. I don't want to overreact, but I suggest that anyone who doesn't like discos should be banned for life. I mean, in there, it's been said and it's been noted, and it's part of a discussion now with the mods going like, it's a fair point. They should at least have to sign to say, I understand. Right? Salt and shake crisps, I definitely, yeah, we understand, we remember them, 100%. Brought the daughter Tangy Toms, but they were like were they tomato flavour, were they? Because I remember back in my day, they had quarterbacks, which were cheeseburger flavoured corn snacks, and they were like little American footballers. The tomato balls, that's right, Craig, yes, I do remember that. And they were quite spicy, weren't they? And they had a little bit of sweetness about them. I remember. This is my 100% Tory in it. Trying to work out the flavour profile of Tangy Toms. Also used to get builder snacks. You could build a little corn snack car. Yes, you could. Yes. And they had the little men, didn't they? The little footballs, and then, like they say, then they had the little. It was like a little sort of was it like a chassis almost of a car? And then you had the wheels to put in. Quarterbacks, really get some quarterbacks. Let's see if we can get quarterbacks for this weekend stream. Right? Think of some some redeems as well, because obviously like we'll have to kind of like try and jazz a few things up here. And I don't want to be the sort of person that, you know, like eggs on for subs or whatever, but we could do it for a bit of fun, couldn't we? Like, you know, have a, like, I don't know, we said before, didn't we, like five gifted subs was a shot of apple sours or whatever. We'll do it, the kids need shoes. Right, 10 gifted subs and I'll go to the shop and buy us 90 snacks. Chandler's up and ready. Oh, Rogi's already got it. Away it goes. Yeah, we need to think of some pretty cool emotes. Bottle of hooch. I've been off the booze, but you're right. I think I'm gonna have to have some hooch and some aftershocks. Not aftershocks. Apple sours. Do we do shots as well? We'll do like little apple sours or whatever. So they're not proper shots, but we don't really want to be 12 hours in and being like fucked after 4 hours. But what did you see? See, Tony drank a bottle of schnapps early doors. Like, oh, didn't go well. Finder's crispy pancakes is a 90s dessert. We're doing it Sunday, Mrs. J. This Sunday. So we're taking the kids swimming in the morning and then coming straight up here and then being like, right, now it's time to get our 90s on. Have a bag of Tang Fastics earlier, sweet and sour. I love Tang Fastics. I almost feel like the obvious things are like sort of chili sauces or whatever. But I quite like a chili sauce. So, get an Arctic roll, yeah. Crispy pancake with a bit of slice and a crusty roll. Oh. If we could get sliced sausage around here, 100%. So 1-0 down against Crystal Palace under 21s in the Pizza Cup. It's not over yet. French bread pizza. Yes, Keeney. That's absolutely takes me back. Dib dabs as well. And not to be confused with the dib dabs I used to do in the late 90s, early 2000s. Neapolitan ice cream. Oh. Sherbet fountains. Yeah, with the licorice in there as well. I think we can do some good stuff here. Refreshers, yes. Astro belts. Oh, there's a one. Right, 5 gifted subs, and I'll just eat like 10 Astro belts at once, and I'll be like, that's the face you have to pull in it. Wham bars. Yeah, have a wham bar and try and commentate one. Iron brew bars as well. Gino Ginelli. That's a thing. That is a thing. Highland toffee chews. Tori needs to get you one, not the other way around if it wasn't clear. What have I got to do? Sorry. I need to get him a 2 anniversary present. Oh, I need to get Rogi an anniversary present. Yes, I do actually. Yeah, Rogi's had to sit through some shite, hasn't he? In fact, as you all have, to be honest, I feel like you all deserve a present. So yeah, for every 5 gifted subs, I'll buy one of you a present. Should we try and buy some Daft Football shirts online? Because we did that before. You know, remember when we ended up with the Azerbaijan shirt? So let's. Okay, Mrs. J, you can have a present as well. It's my birthday the week after. I deserve a present for that as well. So right, we'll do football shirt auctioning. Well, not auction, but football shirt buying as well. See if we can find something. I don't know. Put some suggestions in, by the way, because I'm like really shit at all this sort of stuff. I'm trying to work these bits and pieces out. Vandermeer, first game I watched, I picked my favourite kit was the Steelers. Steelers is a good jersey, to be honest. Really good jersey. Can we gift a sub to Gina G? Yeah, we can't gift a sub to Denise Van Houten though, so just remember, Denise Van Houten not welcome. Jet from Gladiators still not returned our calls. Brentford reject shirt. we could get one. Or Jossie's Giants or something. Razio's gifted a sub to Coolio. Can we all watch Noel's House Party Gladiators and London's Burning? We could do a watch along, and obviously we wouldn't be able to show it, but we could all watch the same link, I guess, and then we could sort of like discuss it as we go through. That could be a thing. The Krypton factor as well. Jet from Gladiators to host a Millennium Barn dance at Yeovil Aerodrome. Probably policed it must not nod for being not attended an all-night rave. A lot of this does feel like very Alan Partridge, doesn't it? There's a guru. Haley picks it up. Oh. Euro trash. Get Antoine de Canon. Yeah. DJ Bobo. What's DJ Bobo? Have I missed a bit of that? Because the thing is, I straddle a weird part of the 90s. So like, I obviously I was part of all of it. Like, so I was 10 at the start and I was 20 at the end. So it's a big amount of 90s, isn't it? You know, like Mrs. J, she only had like half of it. So she only sort of like has the younger, so the bits of the 90s that I don't get. Oh no, we're out of the pizza cup. I'd pay to see youth hosteling with Chris Eubank. I think we all would. Right. It might not be this year for the Pizza Cup, which means we have to hold out for promotion. Can we get promoted with Oxford? We've just signed a new contract. It'd be a bit unfair to walk out on them, wouldn't it, at this point? Hackney. Bourne. Yes! Game's not over yet. Matt Blade, born in 89. Oh, mate. Loads of it missing. Hello, Bertie. Bonsoir. Ça va? No Pizza Cup, no problems. Players don't understand how important this trophy is. They don't, do they? This chat's taking me back. I'm roughly the same age as you, Kaney. That's what we do, man. That's what we do, isn't it? We're all here for a bit of nostalgia. Bit of a nostalgia trip, make everyone feel better. All good, thank you, Rogie. Bertie. Very, very good indeed. How's your stream, man? Oh. Question for Tony in the chat. Best, most successful save you've ever done? I think people would presume it's the Blythe Spartan save for me. To be my most successful. Certainly my most recognised save. But I think the Peterborough one. I always go back to Peterborough, and that was the successful save. Because it was the one that we all did together. You know, we all experienced it. So I'll keep going back to that. Although this one's a lot of fun as well. This is definitely very us. Oh, here we go. Hackney into Paley. Bourne. Back post. Mordner. Not having it. Here is the British Steel on my current Pentagon. Oh, Cass. Hello, Cass. Welcome in. I've not seen you back there. Hope you're good. Haley pops the ball through. Tracy. Corner. Yeah. We haven't done a Pentagon yet. That'll take us forever. Save's good, thanks, Bertie. Very good indeed. We're hanging on now for the Papa John's Cup. We've got 5 minutes or so to get an equaliser. Otherwise, we're out. But we are nudging towards the automatic promotion spots. So we do have a decision to make to see where we go with this save. Oh no! In Graham Taylor's fashion, do I not like that? Oh. Sucker punched. Absolute sucker punched. Ooh, never liked Crystal Palace. I've got nothing against Crystal Palace, but at this moment in time, everything against Crystal Palace, purely for the fact that their under-21s are beating us here. It's fine. If Twitch and YouTube had been a thing when we did Blythe, we'd be a millionaire. I mean, could you imagine? You know what I mean? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Because it sort of was a little bit. There was people doing stuff like that. Like, obviously, Work the Space was doing YouTube at the time, and there was a few people making stuff. This guy called Statistical Approach was making content. Bust the Net was obviously around, and then it was mainly the forums and stories were a thing. So, and you had to go into so you were on the forum, the SI forum, and you would post your long-term save. Bart, I'd appreciate the bits, man. Thank you very much. We'll go and get some wham bars, absolutely. And yeah, so you used to have like the lower league managers, so they called them the llamas back in the day. I think they probably still do, actually, to be honest. And you weren't allowed to even post your save updates or your story unless you'd completed 3 full seasons already. So you had to bring something to the table, and that's where we were with regards to how we got into this sort of style of stuff. So even when we made the Football Manager show, it was kind of like the Football Manager in my life. It was kind of like one of those long forum stories, really, that just got a little bit out of hand, to be honest. What team do I support? Kaninsk, Sunderland. We've got a Sunderland shirt up behind us there, so that's our team. What about yourself? Who do you support? I love the llama stuff. Wasted so much time in that forum and doing my own save. So the llama challenge, the llama rules, by the way, for those people who maybe, again, aren't sorry, I've got pro issue nose, aren't Football Manager OJs. We'll come back to 90 stuff in a second, but the rules of the llama forum, we kind of stick to a little bit now as well. So you have one save. That's what you have. You have one save and one save only. You can't buy players who you haven't scouted or trialed. So attribute masking is on, obviously. You can't ask who to sign for, so you don't go into the forums like ask for help, like, oh, who should I sign? So again, you'll notice like in our stream, if anyone does go on like, oh, who should I sign for this? I am a little bit dismissive is probably the wrong word, but I can't help because I only play one way, and that's lower league with attribute masking on, and we're in 2030 now, so I don't know who you can sign for Newcastle or Bayern Munich. Like, I don't really know. I don't watch a lot of top level football either, as you know, most of our community will know. I don't watch the elite level, so all those sorts of things, it's just not really me. So you can't use the editor. Exactly, yeah, Nigel, right? Yeah, someone got abused if you post about asking the editors. You could ask for advice, but it had to be advice. It wasn't like, oh, how do you do this? It was things like for example, like when we have here. So it might be, oh, what does an advanced playmaker do compared to a shadow striker? And obviously, you know, now we can do it on stream and we can sort of talk about it. We can show you visual examples, but at the time, you wouldn't be able to get that. So it wasn't an instant feedback thing. So yeah, you'd have to like sort of post your thing and then wait for someone to get back to you. Yes, Menatus, definitely get some hydrate on there. And it was at that point when I first came across the Defog challenge. Is that the one? Is that how you pronounce it? And that's always been a challenge that I've had in the back of my head. I've never tried it, ever tried it. And British Steel is gonna be tough for us this season, but maybe Defog for next year. That's the one where I've got to bring it up actually again. I've got to try and work out exactly how you word it. I think you've got to simulate a season, haven't you? Then you take the lowest ranked team that have been promoted up through. So yeah, take a small club who were previously unplayable in an unedited game from Vanarama National League North and South to Premier League or Champions League glory. Very straightforward. Do that. But it's a one club save, isn't it? So you've got to stay there. So that's a thing. You don't have attribute masking on, there's no need for scouts. Exactly, Rada. Yeah, so you'd need attribute masking on because that's what your scouts are doing. Like they're literally employed to go and find your players for you. Sadixius reminded me how the Llama save I had where I got sacked after the first season, took over Tiverton for the next decade, climbed all the way up to League 2 in the bottom half of the table. Can you spam trials? Yes, you can, Milos. You absolutely can. In fact, I would encourage that. I would encourage trials. Get as many as you can in. And here's a tip. Here's a tip because we're not on the forums. Here's a tip. If you scout them for 2 weeks, you get full knowledge of the player. So I would do that. Scout them for 2 weeks. And then remember as well, the Brecon challenge was brilliant. I loved Brecon. Don't go breaking my heart. What a challenge that was. That Rogie, okay. I don't know if you remember, because I used the old FMT Football Manager Therapy challenges to try out new tactics. And it was literally all it was just try one new system that I had in my head. And with Brecon, it was one centre half, two fullbacks, and that's what it was. And it was a half back dropping back to cover for the other centre half. So I played an entire season with one centre half. Great, brilliant formation, loved it. And that, you're right, Dan. That was you. You came with that. See, the chat had everything for us. It's not just us. It's not just me. And I always say, if you are brand new to the stream, you'll notice I never refer to the stream as me, or I do this, or I've won, I am currently. It always is. We are doing this. We have won this. We are currently doing this. Why I do that? I think that we're a collective. Yeah, as Dan. Yeah, Dan's right. We're a collective. We're all in this together. We share this thing. We've all come together, during the pandemic, and we're sort of like here and having a great time together. We all hang out, and it's really, really nice. We win together, and I lose. That's how it is. I think that seems fair. Meritorious, the British Steel Challenge doesn't allow foreign players. It can. There's a couple of variations on the British Steel, to be honest, because there's also what is technically should be called the British and Irish Challenge, where you can also have to compete for the Irish titles as well. Now, again, we're going out the FA Cup now as well. Oh dear. 2 cup games in a row. You can sign players from outside the UK, but I guess at this point we're not really. It's not really a concern for us. We're in League 2 at the minute, so it's not a thing that we're going to be worrying about right now. But we shall see how we go on as the save goes. Devorg reposts the challenge every year on the SI forums, by the way, if anyone wants to give it a go this year. Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely worth checking out, and it is hard. It's meant to be difficult. It is meant to be difficult. I don't know if that's the challenge for us next year, or whether I don't even know what we do next year. Maybe we just keep doing British Steel. Maybe that's our thing, but we maybe try it. Can we try it in different regions? Like, I guess the Scandinavian one's fairly, the Danube. Well, the thing with the Danube though, Rogue, you remember it falls a little bit into the Tony Jameson's Morally Good Adventure. Oh, Danube was an option for last year, but it's a little bit of homophobia and racism from some of those nations that I didn't really agree with. So we had to get rid of it. out of the FA Cup as well. Menetos, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Oh, let's update that graphic. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not quite what we were hoping for this year, was it? It's not dreadful. It's not dreadful. But right now, there you go. There's a couple more crossed off for this season. So we're down to one trophy to chase. It's not the end of the world, because we're currently 4th in the league. Yeah. If we were sat 17th, it would be a massive problem. We now have to really throw all of our eggs into the basket to go, right, let's win the league, or at least let's get promoted. Like, we're 12 points off Cambridge, okay? We're 4 points behind Woking. We've got 26 games to go. There is no other basket. You're right, yeah, there's no other basket. All we can do at this point now, okay? So here's where the strategic element of this challenge comes in. All we can do now is look at teams like Cambridge. Will their manager leave? Will Crew's manager leave? Will Woking's manager leave? Okay? Or more importantly, let's look at who's still in the Papa John's trophy. So League One, West Brom, MK Dons, Leyton Orient, they're still in. And then Fleetwood and Shrewsbury, but then they're below us in the league, so we don't need those, really. You know? So yeah, West Brom, Leyton Orient, they're League 2, they're League 1 sides. Are you likely to win the Papa John's with either of those sides? West Brom are probably the most likely to win the Papa John's out of those teams. But they're currently top of League 1. So the chance of us getting the West Brom job, very, very slim. Very slim. Yeah? So we kind of have to just get promoted, really, here. Or look around and go, right, is it Scotland time? Even though the fact we've signed our new contract. So I still think we stay. I still think we stay. West Brom are League 1, yeah. West Brom are League 1. And they're top of League 1 as well. So that's what we thought about Linfield. We did think that, actually. In fact, TNS was available. They've just filled the job. Because Dungannon's coming about, potentially available again. St Mirren. Because again, remember that we will have to go down as well. We've not won the Vanarama National, or the Vanarama North or South, and we haven't won anything in Scotland or Wales yet. So we haven't, and there's also there's bits of Northern Ireland we haven't done. So there's still a lot. But we're 9 seasons in now, and the only thing we can win this season now is of course promotion in League 2, which is fine, because then that gives us another 4 things to go for next season: the Papa John's, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, League 1. Concern's going to be is if we start slipping away at any point. That's where we're going to be concerned. In the real world, apparently Zé Maria is interested in the Motherwell job. I mean, why would you not be? Why would you not be? Great club, Motherwell. We've managed Motherwell before. We loved it. They didn't love us, but we loved it. It's brilliant. Yeah. Mordner's not happy. Why is he not happy? He's not happy about giving a fair amount of playing time. We've literally just rested you because our star players come back in. Granted, he came back in and we've lost, so there is a bit of a concern there, but, you know, apart from that, everything's fine. Charlie Manners still leading, still really, really good, still not really going to be, ooh, hello. This looks all right, doesn't it? This is going to make me stay, isn't it? Definitely going to make me stay. Because if we have a half-decent intake, no decent centre midfielders, no decent wing-backs though, that's a concern, no decent full-backs, no decent DMs. We need them. Need them desperately. Calvin Malcolm injured, out for 6 weeks. Wait for the players to come in and take them to Scotland. Good dude. Bundle them all in the van. Have you met Rogie before? In you get. Go on. On you go. Forget about the intake. They're years away from being useful. That is a good point, sir. That is actually a good point, yeah. Wonder why the AI manager has so many 32-year-olds and all the players 3-year contracts. Is that what they do, is it? They might do, actually. Hezzy, have I messed up by scouting the whole of Europe's under-21s and under-18s with Wrexham? Yes. Yep. I don't even need to read the rest. Yes, you have. I keep getting reports started with the Scouting League 2 at the start of the season, now in League 1 and halfway through, and the scouts are only in Croatia. Yeah, like, basically, think about it like this, Hezzy. How many scouts have you got? And you're asking them to scout all of Europe in the under-21s and under-18s. That's a big, big job. Big job. What are you hoping to achieve with that? You're not going to get all the wonder kids in the world, because if you're only in League 1, they're not going to come. You'd be better off scouting the under-21s of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, Scandinavia maybe. But even then, that's still a big job. You want to kind of think about yourself, like, you know, if you get asked to do loads of work, you're not going to be able to do it all really well, are you? You know, so have to be a bit more specific. Look at your recruitment focus as well. Like, you know, what do you really want? What do you really need? That's your key. And then after that, start adding bits and pieces to it. But yeah, you can't just tell your scouts to go and scout everybody and then be surprised when they come back going, how are you getting on? I've been in Austria for 3 days. I found nobody. You know, or find individual players yourself and look at international squads and target players. Yeah. Or if we do the Llama way of doing it, which is what we were discussing before, look at players who played against you. You know, players that stand out, players that have done well. Go back and re-scout them. You know, go through the unattached list every July, I think it is, isn't it? See players that have been released from the top clubs and get them in on trial. Look at players that are unattached anyway. Get them in on trial. See what you can do. Ask your director of football. See if they've got any suggestions. They might do, they might not. But yeah, you're not going to find all the wonder kids with your League 1 standard, and you're sending your scouts off to go and literally trek all of Europe. Because I also wonder whether your scouts are good enough to do that. Like, because you're in League 1, what's your scouts' abilities like? You know, are they all 20 potential judging ability? Because if they're not, then the accuracy is going to be off as well, isn't it? So a little bit. But it's all trying out, really. First year of FM, didn't realise how much it goes into. I think I'm stuck in FIFA career mode habits. That's cool. Hezzy, don't worry about that. And you know, the thing is that there's an undo button. there's nothing to do, but you can just stop it if it's too much, and just stop and be like, it's fine. Like, I've sent them all out scouting, call them all back, and restart again, like with another package to go, right, look, you know what, let's be a little bit more focused on this. The good thing about this game is that there is communities built around helping and stuff like, so, in the Discord, in our Discord here, that sort of question, great one to ask, and you'll get loads of great advice from people sort of who will come straight in and be like, look, have you thought about this? Have you considered this? So get yourself signed up with the Discord, and as I said, it's a good community that will help you understand the game. If you are new to it, and the Football Manager Show podcast as well, we do cover things like this as well for newer players of the game to sort of get the understanding. So, as we said before, there are no noob questions, there are only questions. That's the way we're looking around here. Good ball at the top. Aguero! Andy Carroll wouldn't even get the Plymouth side. Beat out Killy to the new era Big Sam. Milos have divided scouting by language. The scout knows they don't spend time to adapt. Scout 1, Brazil, Portugal, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Scout French, Senegal. Yeah, that makes sense actually. That's not a bad idea. Probably does make sense. Because you're right, adaptability is going to be key as well. I think it's just working out all the little bits that link together. It's not just as straightforward as do scouting. Working tomorrow again, local. Yeah, back on it. Good thing is everyone here has to learn the game once upon a time, and they're still learning. Well, we're all learning. I mean, I guess that's the thing, that's the beauty of this game, is it's not like for example a FIFA or other games where it's like once you clock it, and just that's it. Like, this game throws up so many weird and wonderful permutations that you never fully understand it, and then each version comes with something new as well. Dune Hammer, appreciate the follow, very kind. And then each version comes up with its own new quirks and new roles and new formations and ways of playing. Like, go back a couple of years, would you have been expecting us to be playing with halfbacks and Segundo Volantes? Probably not. Bobby Fresno inside, pings it over the top, but you have to learn every new SI patch, never mind each version. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, keeps you on your toes, which is good. I don't think we wouldn't like it if it was just the same all the time, would we? Let's be honest. Also, player will come up with this complete curveball. I signed a new gen from Cardiff, met Uni, he was playing for me in the Prem. Yep, there will be those. Sign Matthew Blake if you haven't already done so. Haley with the F from distance. JMCA, appreciate the follow. Jonesy, appreciate the follow. Who says I buy every version? Well, maybe you don't, maybe you don't, maybe you do. Swarby inside. Maguire! Oh, what a hit! What a hit that is. Absolute blinding goal. What about this? Can't find a save that I enjoy. Any suggestions? What sort of save do you like, JMC? That's probably we'll start at the basic there, okay? Because do you want something that's 5 seasons and done? Do you want something that's 3 seasons and done? Do you want something that's 30 seasons? That's their best Oxford success. Now we're talking. Maybe we're just a league side. Maybe we're not a cup side. And we just like the familiar. We'll win the cups next season. There's a timely reminder as well for your Amazon Primes. If you've got Amazon Prime, link that to your Twitch. Free subs. Bezos has got you sorted, and then it means that unless you're saving, of course, for Sunday when we're doing the 90s night. So link your Amazons to your Twitches on Sunday, and then all them gifted subs aren't going to cost you a penny, to be honest. Don't really know. Just trying to find it hard to stick to a save. It's weird. I mean, that makes sense don't worry, James here, you're certainly not the only person who's struggled to find a save at the minute. So I guess the thing is looking at different ways of how you want to play it. So if you want something that's quite short, then you might look at your successful teams. Take those teams and go, right, can we win some with it? Win the Champions League, win the World Cup, win a Copa Libertadores, those sorts of things. Bottom of Christmas challenges can be quite fun. Simulate till Christmas and then take over whoever's bottom. That can be quite fun. Simulate season, take over whoever's unemployed and then try there. Journeyman saves. I really like a journeyman save, and it's for me is kind of how I play really. Build a nation can be long, can be quite tiring, can be really troublesome if you're not in the right if you're not in the right mood for it. So maybe don't do that. But we've got one on the Athletic, which is managing Sheffield Wednesday. It's 5 seasons really. Plan B and get from League One to the Premiership. If you want to make it harder, you can sign players who are only from Yorkshire. So that makes it a little bit harder. Or if you don't want to make it harder, just try and just get to the Premiership and sign whoever you want, really. Journeyman, you have to leave every season. Not really. I mean, there's a bit of a common misconception with that. I think some people think you have to leave all the time. I guess the thinking is, what would happen in real life? Like, would you see a manager leave every season? Maybe. Would you see them leave every couple of seasons? Maybe. Some managers leave, after 7 or 8 games, Nathan Jones. Some managers stay and they make it a thing and they go, right, yeah, stay here for a few years, then they go somewhere else, go to a different country, different league, try that. I guess it all depends upon what sort of appetite you've got, to be honest. Really. Maybe try a league you've never managed in before. I don't know if you have managed in Finland before, but Finland's a lot of fun. Indonesia is a lot of fun. Canada was fun. Can be a little bit easier for long-term stuff. Norway is great. All of Scandinavia is brilliant. Scandinavian Triple Crown last season was fantastic. Win the league in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, in that order as well. Indonesia, yes. Cass knows. I try Finland, try win the league and work my way around the best in the world. Yeah. There was a team in Finland that we managed last year called ROPS, and the closest team to the North Pole, apart from Santa Claus FC, of course. And they're pretty good. They're in like Division 2. That was really fun. Really fun. Love playing icon saves, which my objective is to be an icon in the most number of teams. Okay, I don't think I've done that many times. Where have you done that from? Which clubs have you reached icon status from? That sounds quite interesting. 2-0 win against Tranmere. That's more like it. Back to what we're supposed to be doing now. 1 point behind Woking. They've got to play Accrington Stanley and Crewe next. I guess you got your reputation rebuild saves as well. Teams who've been relegated into lower leagues, and you can try and push them back up. Bordeaux, of course, could be a really, really difficult one. Does Finland only have 1 tier? I'm sure Finland had 2 tiers, didn't they? Well, ROPS not in the 2nd tier. ROPS, yeah, there you go, yeah. That was them. Great little fuck Bordeaux. Yes, some people like Raggio, for example, are not a fan of Bordeaux. I quite like them though. I thought they were all right. Can be quite a tricky one though. Still remember Norway from 10 years ago. Players Tromsdalen got them from the bottom division all the way to the tip of Lagan as it was back then, practically in the Arctic Circle. Yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had. A lot of fun to be had in Norway. And if you've got one of the extended databases down to like tier 7 or something, it's like it's not even like, it's just village teams. Just like a couple of lads around the street, like a bit of street football, just like, oh, is next door playing? Yeah, right, we can get them involved. Let's see if Granham wants to come in now. Got a little bit less wage than that $7,000 he wanted before, isn't it? Having a blast of Macclesfield, but you need to download a lower league expansion pack from the workshop. Of course, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, you will do, won't you? Bury as well. Bury Town will be quite good. Sao Paulo, Plymouth, Guarani, Trinidad, Quetta, and VRF Arlen. Sounds fun. Does sound fun. I did one with Hogsand, probably my only good save. This FM didn't win the league, but back-to-back second for 3 years to Buddha Glimt. Yeah, if you can dethrone Buddha, you're doing all right. What about our boys Odds? Go manage OBK in Norway. They got some cracking youngsters. Really, really good. See if you can. There's our OBK shirt as well in the background. Do a save where you follow a series coach trip in the city. Yes, coach trip save. My real life team Bristol just signed Buddha's goalkeeper for free. Did they? That's alright, isn't it? That's not often that happens. I'll go to I tell you what, Germany Division 3 Liga. It's a shame Kaiserslautern aren't in there anymore, but I'll just manage Kaiserslautern in Bundesliga 2. Me and Rogi will 100% say that's the best idea. Let's rest Aguero. We'll put... Who's going to go up front? Paley can go up front. Duffy just behind. 3 Liga is fun. 3 Liga is great. Nikita Heikkinen. Oh, okay. So for a second I was just like, I don't know what that means. And then I was like, yes, now I do. Back on it. Given they've just released a beautiful kit, Suwon in Korea. They have released a beautiful kit, haven't they? Oh. South Korean football and Hummel. Oh, beautiful. SN is in the 3rd division now. Are they? Oh dear. There's some good clubs down there, isn't there? That's what you need to think about. Hummel is over, match winner are back. Yes, they are, aren't they? They really are. That is an interesting one as well. We'll see. I don't know if they're fully out, but we'll see. Bristol have Hummel, best kit manufacturer. 100%. So I see Derby or Ipswich go up, and Devon is my favourite part of England. Ipswich is a good save, to be honest. That's a good one. Do the Bobby Robson challenge, but then don't do the bit with Newcastle. Do Ipswich, do PSV and Barcelona. Quite good. Try and unearth a Brazilian striker if you can do as well. Or the Roy Hodgson challenge. End up managing it. Top Serie A side, manage Switzerland. Patch Newcastle and manage Inky's lads in South Shields. Yes. So, you've got to boot out Kevin Phillips from the dugout, but you could do it. Or get the database, get a lower league database and do Newcastle Blue Star. I don't know if it's an actual Roy Hodgson challenge. To be honest, James, yeah, it was just one of those things. Like, I know he's had quite a career, so you can look around the sort of clubs that he's had and go like, oh, that's pretty decent. But that's essentially he's a journeyman, really, isn't it? Harley with a header. Did Will Smith challenge a manager in real life? Could do that. Could absolutely do that. Newcastle Blue Star just sounds like a cheap but good lager. It is a little bit, yeah. 4 cans of Blue Star for like £3. It's champion, lads. Oh, Paley. Just, you could use one touch, Paley, or you could use all the touches. Off his chin, off his shoulder, off his chest, off his thigh, back of the net. Ball in from Hackney. Look at this, all the control, and then bang. 2 goals for Paley. 20 minutes played. He's on his hat-trick. Great ball from Hackney. Hayden Hackney's been a good signing, hasn't he? Really. Like, he's really done well for us. Managed Middlesbrough and only signed Brazilians. Do that. I'm seeing all these goals 4 times. Oh, of course, because you've got everything on at once. It's like the NASA mainframe, isn't it? Stanley, who are they? You could do Oldham. You could take Oldham. They're the first Premiership side to be relegated all the way down to non-league. You do that. See if you can get them back up to the Premier League, though, because they were founding members of the Premier League as well. Quite a good one. I think Dave Goodger's doing something like along the lines of like teams who've been. Is he trying to do teams that have never been promoted to the Premier League, and he's trying to get them all in? That's like a stupid challenge. Oh yeah, Oldham is ridiculous. Of course it is. Yeah, that's why I've suggested it. So I only suggest ridiculous challenges. Remember? Oh, look at this. Pokes is in. Pokes, how are you, buddy? Now, my chat. If you haven't followed Pokes, okay. Please do yourself a favour, drop a follow on him right now, okay? We love Pokes to bits. He is just one of the best people in the world. So make sure you go and give him some love. How's the stream? How's the stream, buddy? Welcome. It's 668 followers. Right, boost him up. Let's get him up to at least 700. There's enough of us in here now to take him over 700. Or 698. Well, yeah, we totally do 700. Let's do 750 then. Let's try and get him to 750 followers. If he only needs 2. But yeah, how's Tottenham Athletic? Hope it's doing well. We're doing the British Steel over here, by the way. So the plan being, we have to try and win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Currently in Oxford, season 9. We've won 7 trophies, and we've just fortunately been knocked out of the Papa John's and the FA Cup in back-to-back games. We've already been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, so all we're doing now is focusing on the league, which weirdly we're in 4th. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we can get promoted. But it's going to take a lot. This means we've got no distractions now, so it's only the league now, so we have to just make sure that's going to be our new thing. And hey, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Rops, here we go. Get in, JMCA. Enjoy it. It's good fun. Because the standard of football's decent. And you can also somehow wangle a couple of half-decent players in there. So you'll have a good one. This is the 3rd season we are in Oxford now. Logan's game. 2 seasons they've had on the National League. They were relegated before we took over. By the way, they were relegated. And then we took charge in the National League. We lost the title on the final day of the season, and we lost the playoff final the first season. Then second season, we absolutely smashed the league and won the FA Trophy. So we did a double. Should have got a penalty as well, to be honest. 9 seasons, incredible work. Yes, we love it. Absolutely loving it. Spursiness, top of the league. Top of the league. Love it. Look at that, folks. Oh, ridiculous goal there by Ross Campbell. Fairly straightforward on that. Dave Soderbergh's club couldn't get Walter in the Premier League. He's gone at 98, 99. Always happens, doesn't it? Nige took over Hull and FM23 without realising their owner only wanted to sign mainly Turkish players. Didn't have Turkey loaded. That didn't go well. Hey, actually, there's another save. Bursaspor in Turkey. They've been relegated to the 3rd division. That's a great save. Turkey is very, very good league to play in. Very good. Particularly when you get into the Superliga as well. So, but yeah, starting with Rops. So we enjoy that. 708 followers now for Pokes. Well done, everybody. Cracking work. You beautiful people, a lot of you. Fun fact, I actually started to cheer for Plymouth Argyle because of FIFA and FM. That makes complete sense. Oh, what? Offside, come on. No. How have we thrown this game away? Logan, when I get bored, I start unemployed and just find out where you go. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do as well, to be honest. What year? When is the year the Champions League becomes weird? Do you know? It's normally 2 years in, I think, isn't it? Shouldn't really be too far into the save. So, yeah. Now, oh, Bobby Fresno. 3-2, 90th minute, and I think I've seen us move into third. I think. Fresno, look at that, great finish. Winning the EPL with a Welsh team was a nice challenge. Pick Merthyr Tydfil for the spicy route. Could work. Could work. We're third, chat. We're third. Don't know how. Footnuezi, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed. Three points. 3 big points against a team who in the 80s and 90s nobody even knew was real. Train off K as well. Appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed. Let's get some more water on the go. Victory hydration. Is that what we're calling it, is it? I could go for that. I could go for a bit of victory hydration. Hey, we made it hard for ourselves, didn't we? That's what she said. Yeah, of course we got. That's what she said. Of course we have. What else are you doing with your time? I keep hoping you'll move clubs so you can find my centre back, but you're doing too well. I mean, it's a worry, isn't it? We're starting to. I think there's something with this Oxford team. You know what, Rich? I didn't see the Super Bowl last night. I must admit, we went for a bit of a. We did the stream last night, obviously, and I was like, I'll go down and I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let's have a look. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm gonna have to go to sleep. Like, so yeah, work today. So I'll play catch up with it during the week, and I'll sort of have a little look. But let's see where we go. So McKinley wants to leave his contract, but then we've just decided, well, you can go now if you want. So seems a bit of a difficult time to sell him. No one spoiled the result. yeah. If you could just not do that, that'd be great. I mean, obviously the world is a thing, sadly. So already more than aware of what happened, but it sounds like it's good though. It was fine until the end. It went from being the most entertaining game to the most painfully dull. Unfortunately, it was a half-term week, so I had the luxury of relying. Yeah, so obviously we're half-term as well, but Mrs. J's looking after the eldest, and because I was off, I've been off the last couple of Mondays. My parents normally come down, but they've been ill, so I was all set. The plan was going to be to go. Me and my mates were going to go, and we had an Airbnb booked, so I thought that'd be great. JM Thoughts, welcome in, buddy. I did see you in part of the raid with Pokes, but give yourself a little shout out there as well. Night JM Thoughts, pleasure seeing you. Go follow JM if you don't already do so as well. JM's a lovely person and a very good streamer, so make sure you give him some love also. Yeah, we were obviously going to go and get this Airbnb sorted out, but with a bit of chicken pox in the house, we couldn't do it. So thought, right, we'll jump on the stream, we'll have a bit of a chat and stuff, and then got the stream finished, and I was like, oh yeah, I just need to go to bed. I just can't start the Super Bowl right now. I had no hot dogs in, so I couldn't get midnight carbs, so therefore just tipped the table up. No, this is bullshit. I'm away. We play Crew, who are second, and then Exeter, who are seventh right now. So also during the Super Bowl is how I am with the Stanley Cup finals. See, is this what we're gonna have to try and do this, aren't we, Roy? We have to get me involved in the NHL this year. We've talked about it. I think I'm gonna have to be the Kraken, aren't I? Gonna have to do it. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank at Crew, Alexandra. There we go. I think I'm gonna have to go Kraken. Who do we start the save with? We started unemployed, JMCA. Unemployed, no badges, no experience. Applied for every job that was available, and we got offered the job at Swansea Met University, but they weren't going to pay us, so literally had no money at all. It was like, yeah, you're doing this for free. And then we went to Banbridge, so yeah, which has been pretty cool. We loved it at Banbridge. It was great fun. And then we had some of the players from Banbridge jumping in on the stream, which was class. And we also had some other players that we ended up signing later on in the same jumping in when we were in Northern Ireland, so that was really cool. And yeah, it was great fun. Loved Northern Ireland. Not managed Northern Ireland before, but it was a great experience. And you're right, yes, Cass, I was a little bit of a coward. I should have taken the Swansea job, but did it play out well? I think it played out all right, didn't it? We managed to work it to our advantage somewhat, I think. So yeah, I'll take it at this point. But notice I am now trying, literally, I'm trying my hardest to be like, tell me I did a good job. Tell me I did it. Tell me I did a good job. Tell me I did it right. I hope I did. It has been enjoyable. It has been. Yeah. We're having a nice time. And Cass is absolutely destroying it. Offline. They're doing fantastic. They're way deep into this save. Not long to go. They've won most of it. Just blazing a trail for us to follow. But more importantly, having fun doing it. That's the thing. 2044. Well, we said, because I said, oh, we'll do this in 50 seasons. And you should be able to do it in 50 seasons. Really. 35 trophies in 50 seasons leaves you 15 seasons where you don't win anything. So we should be able to do that. And yeah, I think you're going to get it done before 2050 though, Cass. So you'll have it done in what? 30 seasons just about? 28 seasons maybe? Look at that. 3 points behind Crew. 9 points behind Cambridge. We're in the 3 automatic promotion spots right now. What is going on? We just need to play a draw here. Like, we don't have to go past the halfway line. You know? It's fine. Keep where we are. Aguru. Spring Tide off to bed early in the morning for work. Don't worry at all, Spring Tide. Appreciate you being in. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully. If I might see you Friday, we'll definitely see you Sunday for the Twitch anniversary stream. If anyone's brand new into the stream, by the way, we are doing it's my 2-year Twitch anniversary on Sunday. Bobby Fresno puts it wide. Yeah, 2 years on Twitch on Sunday. So we've sort of been railroaded or agreed to do a 90 stream. Now, that basically means we're going to be playing the Mad Scientist 98-99 database. Either in Italy or at Sunderland. Either way. We might do a draft at some point possibly as well. Mrs. J has suggested that we do 12 hours. So we'll start early afternoon. We'll finish very early morning. We'll start as close to lunchtime as we can. We're going to get as many 90s drinks and 90s foods as we can do. There's a 90s playlist being concocted in the Discord as we speak. Feel free to add some tunes to that. And yeah, we'll do some subathon, what they're called, not cash-ins, are they? Maybe what they are actually. Little sort of mini challenge things and stuff. And yeah, it'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a bit of a laugh just to hang out and do some daft stuff that's very off-brand almost, I suppose. And then the week after's my birthday, so I don't think we're streaming on my birthday. I don't think so, but might do. We'll see. Sunday 98 is great, says Rich. I know. Kevin Phillips and Mickey Quinn, plus obviously, Mickey Bridges in there as well. Aguero. Great strike. Super Kev's always injured. Oh, what's Alan Johnston like? I presume he's spectacular. Obviously, we've just lost Lionel Perez at that point as well. Has he just done the dirty and gone to Newcastle? Oh, you've not heard Magic Johnson's name for a while? Yeah, great player, exceptional player. Him on the left wing, Nicky Summerby on the right wing, Niall Quinn nodding the ball down, Kevin Phillips scoring. Oh, just that's football. That's football. Have you heard of a little player called Michael Owen? He might be good. Hey, he might be, mightn't he? If you're into TikTok, there's a viral video going around about Michael Owen, I believe. It's had maybe like 60 views or something. By like a really cool streamer. Niall Quinn, Johnson is also good. Yeah, it's Super Quinn. Big Niall Quinn's disco pants. The big man and little man, Quinn and Phillips. Johnson's good, did tweak him, so he had a preferred right foot. Also bald. He was a little bit bald. Actually, no, he wasn't. He wasn't. That was he had short hair. Scott Agnew was bald. Not Scott Agnew. Scott Agnew's a comedian. Who's Agnew? Is it Scott Agnew? It's not Scott Agnew, is it? Steve Agnew. Steve Agnew was. We've got Lee Clark as well, actually, which is a bit of an interesting sign. Rops are in the third tier. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, maybe don't do Rops then. Third tier of Finland is just like, it's like a local five-a-side league. 66 minutes. We're doing pretty decently so far, hanging in. I think we need to look around, though, make some changes, because some tired legs out there, haven't we? Oscar Thorne, I think, can come off for Lintott. There you go. Change all those things around. The point is good enough. Can we get better? Oh, almost. Almost. Hey, look at this. Third. We were here. We were 11th at the start of the stream. We were like, oh, everything's fine. We're doing all right here. And then up we go. That's fine, don't worry. Tony Jameson's high-flying bulls, oxes. Yeah. Got very much put into my place. These are oxes, not bulls. Oxen, I believe. Check YouTube for someone just normal hair at that time. It might say if Owen is doing well. 11 and 15, not among the top 3 Premiership's goal scorers. Bulls and oxes are the same thing. I mean, Rogie, I don't want to be accused of bovine racism. No. So don't turn the computer off after the stream. No, not at all. Nah, it's staying on forever. Like, this is where we are right now. This is Jay. I live at the computer, so I'm not sure, Pokes. I don't know. I don't know whether they're the same thing or not. I don't want to suggest that. I mean, because again, without saying that, like they look the same, and that's all I'm basing it on. I don't want that to be the thing, FC Lati instead. That's FC Lati is Yari Lipmanen's club, I believe. I'll take the storm for you if the haters come for your bull thoughts. Yeah, let's do it then. Chicago Oxers. I'm sure FC Lati is Yari Lipmanen's club. I think they got like black and pink or something as their kit as well. Is that right? FC United want Mamadov. We liked him. We liked him because he was from Azeri, but it's really the only reason why. It's fine. We don't really need a recruitment focus just yet. Technically, we should really have a recruitment focus, but from a look, oxes are just cattle that have been castrated. Apparently you can get female ox, but you can't get female bulls. Hands up who thought we'd be discussing what is bull and what's an ox on stream. Anyone? Just me? Just me? I didn't think it would be off stream, to be honest. They're moving out of 14,500 seat stadium to a 3,000 seat stadium. How bizarre. So Magnus Granum could be on a left back, remember, not left wing back. New game, Ox or Bull. Let's get him in because we need a left back really. Kosovo and Norway, get him in 100%. Magnus Granum. Look at this boy, man. 6'1". Jumps, throws the ball long. Not great with work rate, but tackles hard. Positions well, marks well. Anticipation is good. He's just ready to fight, isn't he? Ready to fight and graft. Get him in. We might have to sell some players during January as well. To us, the Oxford Bulls would be a cool hockey team. They would, that would be decent. Also, as well, don't make me do this, but Mozza's making a football team in Scotland, and I'll be honest, I have got he's got my brain going a little bit. It's got my brain going. I'm like, that sounds pretty fun. Maybe I could make a football team. Like, don't, Tony. You've got far too much on. You don't need to be making a football team. Tony, let's make a soccer team. Yeah, right. That can be the ultimate sub goal on Sunday, right? If we get 100 subs on that on Sunday, we will make a football team. Okay, make it happen. Just want a football team near my house. Been looking at like things like Durham. Obviously, I've just out loud. I'm just please no. Yeah. Durham obviously have had a bit of an issue with Olivier Bernard as their owner. So I've been keeping up with them and their plight. And it's only £50 to sponsor. It'll be their match day sponsor, so I thought, hang on, that's a thing. 1,000 subs. All right, okay, right, there you go, fine. Right, 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs and we'll start a football team. 100 subs and you get to play. You know what happened the last time we said something like that in the chat? Yeah, we ended up with an Azerbaijan football shirt within like 30 seconds. Right, if we get enough subs, we'll buy an Azerbaijan shirt. Oh, we've got it. Right, there you go. Bought it now. Good. Yes. So that's the thing then. We can get an Azerbaijan player in as well. That could be the first link up. It could be the York, Azerbaijan, Norway Football Club and Scotland. That's how we just produce players that only have those nationalities. Black and pink striped kit, obviously. Hoops. Hummel, clearly. Oh, God. Oh, no, he's clipped it. He's clipped it. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. Right. That can be the ultimate sub goal on Sunday, right? If we get 100 subs on that on Sunday. It does only say 100. It does only say 100. We have to up that now to 1,000. 1,000 subs and we buy Azerbaijan. I think that's how wars start, isn't it? Like, hello, I've got 1,000 subs on Twitch, so just really sorry to tell you, but I now own this. Who wants to play football? Could do that. I mean, that would be it. We'd be on the front page of Twitch, wouldn't we? For that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. What's Tony doing? What's Tony doing? Is Tony taking over a country? I think he's starting a football club. I think he's starting a war. And I wouldn't start a war. Not really. What's Twitch? What do you mean, what's Twitch? I own you. Exactly. Who said that? Dissenters, that's who. Dissenters. Oh, that's a dangerous position. It's in the corridor of uncertainty. How does the Finnish league work? I can't wrap my head around it. I think it splits. From what I remember, it splits into two halfway through the season. So you can you sort of like you battle through and then you get into the promotion half and the relegation half. It's good fun. Modena, Agu. We should buy this Junction Club we refused to match. First thing we do is we buy a guru. Okay? He's at Bolton apparently in real life, so do you reckon he'll come and play for us? Probably. Bailey Cadamardi, he might play for us. Blakey obviously appears to be unattached most of the time, so the Banbridge boys will probably come and play, really. If we get them a job at the Asda. You know, Aguru's been great, and he really has. 30 grand we paid for it. What is it? Compare that to the fact we paid 500 grand for Evans at Linfield, who, you know, by all accounts, for people who are still playing the same, has been worth every single penny. But 30 grand's worth of a guru. We've got a great return from him, and even now he's still scoring goals in League Two. He's already over 20 goals. He'll get goals in League One. He'll probably get goals up until the Championship, I reckon. If we can take him all the way. Just wait until he gets that Scottish League One winners medal. Oh, what a day. If he runs out for St Mirren and lifts the SPL trophy, then it's all been worth it. Oh, Bobby Fresno at the back post. If you get a certain number of subs, could you maybe sponsor something like a tier 12 team for a few months rather than set up a new one? We could. We absolutely could. I'll tell you what, do you reckon Banbridge would take us? If we just like sponsor, yeah. Or we'll find just some team somewhere. And we'll get TJFM logos stuck everywhere. TJFM in the chat. We could do that. It is quite sensible. You're right, Cass. It is quite sensible. Rajo needs to think about what he said there, doesn't he? I know, that's right. I mean, the TJFM logo would look pretty good on a sleeve. Do you know what I mean? It would look pretty good. It could be a good sleeve sponsor, or the back of shorts, maybe. Just saying. Start putting those things into Discord. Put them in the Discord. All the crazy ideas go there, and then we can filter them out. You know, by giving them to Mrs. J, essentially. Shirt sponsor. I think it's about 250 quid to 500 quid for a shirt sponsor. So we could do it. But again, it depends upon what the standard of the football team is, doesn't it? We can certainly make some calls and find out. Danny Emu can afford it. Yeah, Danny Emu's he's sorted, isn't he? How are you, Tom? Hope you're well. Bambridge do have a kit sponsor. Let's find a smaller team. Richest man on Twitch, the Lujo. Oh, Danny Emu, actually, yeah. As I say, let's have some things, and let's work out what we're going to do, what's going to be our targets and stuff, and what's daft. We want to have something that's just daft, and then something that we can actually, oh shit, we can do it by accident, like, and then end up with one just like, oh dear, we've ended up doing that. That's fine, that's funny. We could probably design our own football shirt, actually. Start creating merch live on stream. He's right, Tom. No one's rich up now. We're not allowed to be. Oh, what a finish that is. What a finish. I mean, we've all done dumb stuff, Rogie. Just I'm the only person that has to do it on the stream. It's a lovely touch in there, to be honest. We found the real Wrexham before Hollywood took over. Yeah. Should we buy Swansea Union? Probably can't. So. Benjamin Leverington is a nice name. It's quite a Tory name, isn't it? You can't buy a uni. Well, not with that attitude, we can't. Okay. Well, where's Carve Ice? They wanted us to be manager, didn't they, for a little bit? Do you reckon they'll still be interested? They wanted me and Matt. They actually approached us properly and everything. I don't know how serious they were about it, but... Oh, Guru! Obviously, we've also got the link, potentially got a link up with Dynamo Tbilisi now with RDF as well. So I'll take my imaginary team. We'll play all the friendlies against Dynamo Tbilisi against our team of Norwegian, Scottish, Yorkshire people, Northern Irish people, and Kosovans. Scoops, hello Scoops, how are you, buddy? Technicality, he does actually, that's right. Technicality does work for them as well. I thought I saw that the other day actually. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you in. Hope you're well. We'll buy uni in a different country. Yes, exactly. Buy Devon uni or somewhere else. Here's how you generate your Tory name. Take the name of your granddad's for the first name. The name is double barreled. The street you lived on. Your first head teacher's surname. Casey with a roll. To be fair, Tom, a lot of this stream is people suggesting that I'm a Tory, so I guess they just use my name, which is horrible, to be honest. Dreadful. I've just been lurking there trying to play pre-season rebuilding Everton. Good stuff. It's nice to see you, man. I see you on quite a bit, so we do try and get a raid over to you, but you're always finished, which is not handy, so yeah, nice to have you in. Hope life's treating you good. I get that too because I bought a Costa once for my lunch. It's always the way, isn't it? You know? Just failed a club objective for reaching the Vanarama North playoffs in the eyes of the fans. We've played one game. Unbelievable. Oh, Jesus. What's going on there? Jeffrey Spencer Powers. Good name. What's McKinley doing? Dilly-dallying around. Leverington again. We might have to go into Leverington. He seems a bit of an Aguero type player. What are we doing? Mucking about there. McKinley not having a great time. Maybe we move Tracy back. Might have to move someone up from the yeah. Let's move Casey up there to replace him, and then put a centre back in. Do it that way. See if that works. Far too old for late nights. Works with manic. Oh mate, I get you with that one. Starting to wonder whether or not we try to shut up shop now, but if we do that, do we invite more pressure? Everington's he's having a game, isn't he? Having an absolute game. I think maybe we do just look to try and hold it. 10 minutes to go. Please don't let Exeter back in. I'm trying not to, Pilgrim. I'm trying not to. I thought we were fine, but then I forgot that I was in charge. That's the problem, isn't it? Fresno. Aguero. Just gotta believe, right? That's all we gotta do. Absolutely fine. If in doubt, give it to Aguero. He'll finish it. Tight angle. Doesn't bother him. Doesn't bother him at all. What a finish. Bottom corner. Beautiful stuff. Nice finish. 4-2. That's what we want, isn't it? Keeps us plodding on. Keeps us plodding on. Keeps us third. Third, man. Unbelievable. Definitely didn't expect to be up there at this stage of the season. Third. Absolute madness. There we go. That's Christmas done. I know we could technically do the... There's going to be a few of you who are sort of be really angsty if we don't play the match on the 29th, isn't it? I can already sense in the chat there'll be some people going, but then if you look at how the competition and the schedule look, Tony, is you haven't played all the games of that month really, and then it'll just look really weird. So you should really play the 29th. Don't leave the year. Fine, we'll play the year. Right, we'll do. Don't play, it'll be a laugh. Oh, I know, but you know what'll happen though, man. There'll be people kick off, Rogie. That's what they're like. I can't believe we didn't do it. We'll play the 29th. Right, we'll take it to New Year's. Well, you know what? I'm gonna compromise. We're gonna play the 29th, but I'm not gonna simulate until the 1st. So we're gonna come back, and it's gonna be the 29th of December on Wednesday. And some people are gonna be so angry, so angry. Just at the time we did everyone at a live second, that was the best. That was so much fun, so much fun. I wound everybody up with that one. That was me properly in a great time there. Liam Kirby, hello Tony, new viewer, didn't realise your stream saves, so I'm glad to have stumbled across this channel. Must have watched your DVD a dozen times over already. Bless you Liam, that's very kind indeed. Still going to have some good fresh FM content of yours I can follow along to. That's the save. Always been with Oxford or is this other clubs in your history? Right, first of all, welcome Liam, welcome. Absolute pleasure having you in. This is a long-term save, so we're 9 seasons in, as you can see. We are currently this is our fifth team as part of the save. We started unemployed. We went to Banbridge in Northern Ireland. Then we went to Portadown in Northern Ireland, Dungannon in Northern Ireland, Linfield in Northern Ireland. Then we went to Oxford. So we've won 5 trophies so far in Northern Ireland, and we won 2 in England here. And we're currently, as you can see, sat third in League 2. We will play the Nuneaton game, and then we're going to have New Year's party on Wednesday night. It's going to be great. We're going to party like it's 2031, and that's not half a state, by the way. What leagues did we load? We just loaded the UK leagues, to be honest, because the league is only going to be UK based, so we weren't that bothered about additional leagues for players, or even other leagues to manage in, really, because it's not going to make much of a difference for us, if we're honest. So here, in fact, is our. No, my mistake. I did load up other leagues. I didn't think I did actually. I've loaded up France, Germany, Republic of Ireland, Italy, Wales, Spain. Well, I was supposed to have Wales. France, Germany, Italy, Republic of Ireland, and Spain. Apparently, I loaded them up. So there you go. I didn't think I'd bothered. Liam, appreciate the follow. Very kind. I do have a YouTube channel, yes. You can see it just pinging around on the screen. Or you can, there's the little link there as well. We should update the YouTube channel as well, by the way, because I do need to start putting some more content out there. And there's a TikTok as well. So go and search me on TikTok. That's now a thing. It's definitely a thing I can say out loud. I'm not sure I should say that out loud, but it is a thing now. Aguero, 23 goals. Should we rest him? I think he deserves a rest. He's put a shift in, hasn't he? Let's rest him up against Nuneaton Borough. And try Owen in there. And you know what? Let's give Magnus a run out there at left back. And Tracy can come in at the centre half. Hackney can come in as well for Maguire. Little bit of rotation at this point, because actually no, I can't just give him the number 2, because again, people going, I can't believe you're giving a left back number 2. I know. A number 2 is a centre forward's number. Everyone knows this. So, final match of the stream against Nuneaton Borough. Nuneaton Borough in gorgeous black and pink kit. Danny Emu off to bed. Happy winning. No worries, Danny. Appreciate you being in. Pleasure as always. Grab yourself a little shower there as well, by the way, man. And definitely go and follow Danny Emu if you can. He's started streaming from our chat, so one of ours. Go and show him some love. I'm forced into nonsense numbers in the German leagues. Got a striker with number 3, Asamoah Gyan. Aruna Kone. Okay. All the fun of the fair. There's Bobby Fresno. It's a good tackle. Fresno pulls it back. Burns pings it over the top, sadly. Brown, Tom just knocking the ball around nicely. Fresno thinks about it. McKinley. Burns, Paley, Fresno up over the top. Mordner. Should have finished that. Who's got the orange flash? Looks like it's their play, doesn't it? Fresno. Past the defender. Brings him down. Penalty. Maguire's not on the pitch. Who's taking it? Oscar Thorne? Looks like it. Oh, he's missed it. Centre forwards who play right back. Missing chances. It's clearly Christmas from over, isn't he? Jolliffe with a foul. It's 5 points behind Crew now. Thorne, McKinley, back to Brown. Thorne, Hackney. Thorne just puts his foot on it. We're in no rush. We've already missed a penalty. What can possibly go wrong now? Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry. Thinking about... Oh, hang on. He's gone flying in there. Burns. Here's Fresno. Play it back inside. Burns. Paley's offside, I think. Yeah. Already offside. Nice ball in, but you could see he was miles off. Miles off. Half time 0-0. Vessel Mount pretends to be shocked a human player has missed a penalty. Really? I think we scored quite a few, to be honest. Scored loads. Hello, iWharf. Welcome in. How was the stream? Were you drafting tonight? How you getting on, buddy? Nice to see you. Appreciate the raid. Very kind indeed. We're just in our British Steel Challenge at this point. Final game of 2030. We're about to go to New Year's Eve is approaching. So we're currently sat third in Oxford against Nuneaton Borough, who are all the way down to 16th, and we don't seem to be really doing much about it. You know? We've already missed a penalty as well, so it's not brilliant. Granham's our new left back. He's already picked up an injury, so that's not fun. Swap Burns around. Look at everyone's knackered, aren't they? Let's put Blenkinsop in for Fresno, who's actually playing pretty well. Thorne can go as a target forward now. Haley can go as an advanced. Lintott in for Burns. Duffy for Hackney, maybe? Not sure. Keep them there for now. I'm sure we can do something. A bit more direct, a bit more positive, a bit more pace as well. Would you class British Steel Challenges as a success? Maybe. So far I think we've done alright. We're seven trophies in 9 seasons so far, so it's not... Yeah, I would say it's a success so far. Obviously we've got quite a bit still to do. Still a long way to go, but yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. So I think it's doable. I think it's a tough challenge, but I think it's doable. This free kick on the roof of the net. So 3 minutes left to try and get something. This is going to be a goal, isn't it? Oh, over the top. think we respect the point. Keeps us in the hunt. 1 point ahead of Woking, so we're in the automatics. That's the main thing, you know. Penalty miss is now huge, isn't it? There you go. Respect the point. We'll take it, you know. We'll finish the year in 3rd. Given the fact we started the stream in 11th and we were thinking things weren't going to be going brilliantly, that is quite a turnaround, to be honest. That's quite a turnaround. Look at that for upward trajectory. I think we're on the move. I think we know what we're doing now. Got what, half the season left to go. Be fine. Be all right. I'm sure we can do it. I'm sure we can. Absolutely sure we can. Just got to trust ourselves. Yeah, that's what we got to do. Trust in ourselves. It'll be fine. Right. Let's have a little look and see who is around, because it's time to go raiding, I think. We have got anyone out there who's got something that's brand new that we haven't seen before? I don't think we have, actually. Tell you what, Z's on. We can go and pop in there, actually. We've not been there for a little while, so yeah, go on. Oh, we've got one here. Journeyman save. Nah, let's go and see Z. We can pop in there. Go and give some love to Bad Lip Twitch. And yeah, he's been on for a while, but I'm sure he's going to be still around for a little bit. So yeah, give him some love, and yeah, we will see you on Wednesday. Okay, so tell Z we sent you. Tell him you said hi. Thank you as always for the support. See you in a bit. Have a nice night. Bye now.